a nigga that not gain weight, the nigga that lost weight, lift the weights or some shit doing with some weight. So he big as hell, man. Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red balls, I type, light skin, that's black, hello.
TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red balls, I type, light skin, that's black, hello.
TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. TFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but you're supposed to be right here with me, the BABG OG, and
it's me, Paradise P. Hey y'all, happy Sunday to everybody. It's back with the dynamic duo for Black Twitter viral moments this week. And hey, how are you?
I can't complain. Your week been good?
My week has been productive. I'm gonna say that because I had some moments where I had to kind of like who you talking to. I was fed up with everything that did online with having my peace this week. I left work twice early. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Worked out this morning, been in the gym all week. Everything that ain't made sense for me, it wasn't. I wasn't fucking with it.
Exactly.
But overall, kind of in a good headspace. So we cool.
Dope. So you gonna start us off this week? What you got for us?
I am. So y'all, of course, we're gonna recap a lot of our moments. Starting off, just want to kind of see where we are with everything. There was the Hollywood Impact Awards, the 4th annual Hollywood Impact Awards, and amongst one of the people honored was Jonathan Majors. He was given the Perseverance Award for a person who was able to overcome a triumphant situation. And then, of course, as he receiving his acceptance, he breaks down. And yeah, let's go ahead and kind of look at the video with him and Iyanla Vanzant.
Cool. Here we go.
Mr. Fantastic, what are your thoughts on that?
Hey man, it looked like, your grandma, consoling her son, or nephew, or somebody, grandson, in like a emotional moment. He had some, especially like you said, we look into the details of this. And what's crazy, right, is how black women, like, I guess, play both sides of this. You know what I mean? To where, like, you wouldn't leave them white women alone, but then at the same time, the justice system messed up. That man didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it was
I don't
kind of
like
very,
giving
very
you
weird.
guys a reprimand of like, I'm gonna spank you on your hand. Don't do this no more, but I still care about you.
Uh, exactly. It was. I think it was very much needed. Especially from the elders, showing that compassion and pretty much, giving him, humanizing him again. Versus him just being this big movie star and falling from grace type shit. And what's crazy? What's his name? Robert Downey Jr. has
Mm-hmm.
one of the best stories like ever. This man literally went from prison, just a derelict motherfucker society, to one of the highest paid, if not, I think at some point, the highest paid actor, you know what I'm saying, in Hollywood. So for black people to see anything wrong with this, or not understand that, y'all always talking about what the white folks do, and how they can do this. Why should we not rally behind him the same way? Especially when, like, say, his situation was, unjust. It's crazy.
The first thing I thought of was Charlie Sheen, because people just act like he did nothing. Like, Charlie Sheen had AIDS and he was kind of like running amok, and he was heavily drug associated and things like that. And the thing about it is, it's like they always say black people don't stand together or whatever. But I mean, Will Smith was kind of the barometer of showing that's not true. We just fuck with what we fuck with, and when we don't, we don't. I'm happy to see him and Megan Good going strong. There hasn't been anything coming out negative about their relationship. And as much as people like to say, oh, he went back to a black woman, she was the one who corrected the right or wrong. Honestly, she was the reason why him and the other woman were even into it, because he was texting Megan. So he was already in the process of removing himself and getting away from that situation. So I feel like the narrative of, oh, this is what you get for messing with the white girls, really isn't applicable for him, because it's just kind of a thing where he just want women. And I also say that I want people to stop saying that's what happened when you deal with the white girls, because let's be clear, if it happened to a black woman, he would never be able to live it down. There is no way LeBron can do something atrocious to Savannah and nobody get on him about it. It's just no way. Like, Kim Porter, even in her death, people are still feeling a need to make Diddy's life hell, and we really have no idea what happened aside from the situation with Cassie. But I want people to stop trying to make it seem like if he were with a black woman, he would have been able to get away with doing things inhumane to her as well. That's not true at all. But I'm so happy that Iyanla Vanzant was the one who kind of welcomed and embraced him and loved on him and allowed him to, decompress and cry, to see him be human, to see everybody in the audience clap for him, to see him get back into a major role, to see him being recognized. Because as much as people don't like Jason Lee, he has the type of arena and he has the type of name and the type of associations to put Jonathan back on his right plight, as well as, like I said, it's kind of like a thing of us seeing with Will Smith. We know when you've been wrong, and we know for black people who we will or who we won't go up for, because it's just some people we're not gonna let you shit on, even if we talk about it like that's my cousin. Don't you say nothing about my cousin, even if I talk about my cousin.
Exactly. And this is him in Making Good outside that same event. And with that haircut, he's never beaten them sharecropper allegations. Never.
But I
That's
think it's okay. I don't think, and that's another thing about his image. I feel like black men are boxed into this swagger type image where you guys have to look a certain type of way or you have to dress a certain type of way. And that's another thing that I don't get, because it's like, why is it hard for him to be different without him looking like a nigga? You get me? Like, why
not
is
just a nigga, a slave nigga. They said it's slave. They put the slave tag on.
Like, why is his image? He's a clean cut man. Like, why is his image of what the way he dressed such a different type of thing for you? And what's crazy is people don't even realize all them homeless looking clothes he be wearing just much more like Kanye West. That should be name brand.
It's expensive as hell. It
look
like shit, thousands of dollars.
Fucking drip. But this is how you know people are literally just obsessed with fashion trends and they don't really know anything, because his style, he be having that shit on. You cannot afford what he wears.
Oh yeah, no,
you just don't like his style, his fashion sense. But again, I don't follow Jonathan Majors for his fashion sense. I don't want him to be a fashion staple. That's not his arena. You can leave that shit to whoever else want to do it, like Michael B. Jordan or Damson Idris. If that's the shit they want to do, let them do it. He's far more better to me on screen. I don't give a fuck if that nigga wearing a t-shirt that's $800, which a lot of times he does. When he get on that screen and I see him tap into them characters, that's what I'm there for.
Indeed. So we gonna lighten this one up. You happen to agree with me on this one. I hey, who would have knew, right?
Did
something I learned. Yeah. This is something you like that I posted, and I didn't know this. Because now you freaky ass foot fetish fellas, calm down. Don't grab no lotion. I'm not giving no links. I'm not telling no ads. You won't be able to see them. But yeah, y'all listen, calm down. Yeah, y'all foot fetish fellas, y'all are the worst niggas. Foot niggas are the worst niggas ever. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And this has been confirmed by a proud foot nigga that this is why it is, and this is why y'all be going so wild.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna come back to that. Now this right here. Now listen, shawty, the face and the feet. Now I think this started a little bit before we just catching up for this week though. Yeah. But this shit like caught fire. When I tell you millions upon millions of views and millions of shares, quotes, this whole foot thing, man, is for all you freaky ass foot fetish fellas that want to pay for feet pictures and apparently lick buttholes. Okay. Y'all niggas equate toes to buttholes, man, and y'all suck on both of those. Y'all niggas is beyond freaky. See, look, there we go. See, look, foot. He laughing. We might. I think we got one in the chat, Paris. These foot niggas need to be stopped, man. Foot niggas, Paris. You know that foot niggas done drove up the price of pussy. Foot niggas drove up the price of pussy. They was like, damn, I can make $40 off of feet.
You know, feet are like in the top 5 categories of the most searched porn at all. It's another thing. I don't know if you're aware, but they do the sniffing now.
Yeah. This shit is scary, man. Y'all hurt. Y'all
sexual deviance. And don't get me wrong, I'm into some stuff. People got their own niches, their own fetishes and stuff like that. But some of the stuff was supposed to stay private. And that's my problem. Some of the stuff was supposed to be in the tuck. You was not supposed to open Pandora's box.
Thank you. We was not supposed to know about it. Listen. Hey, now listen. Hey, listen. It's just like the light skin, dark skin, freaky foot fetish fellas. I love y'all. Y'all niggas are just too, you know what I'm saying? It's just a little too far for me. Hey, at least you're not, anything other than brother fuckers, I'm with it, man. I just don't like, y'all fuck up too much shit, okay? All right, y'all just mess up a lot of shit. All right, we never
was supposed to stay private. We was never supposed to know y'all was eating ass. We was never supposed to know y'all was drinking piss or getting pissed on or shitted on. We was never supposed to know you motherfuckers was into anything dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna give you skin. Anything past that.
Yeah, man. Y'all,
It's cool.
and
You
then
like to get spanked and tied up. You want somebody to watch you. You want to watch somebody. And after that, it started getting weird. Because even then, that's a people Tom shit, bro. Like, after that, it started getting a little bit like, now I see why he used to having them high ass STD rates. Because y'all be into some shit that shit wasn't supposed to be into. It's damn near bestiality for humans.
it's crazy, man. And like she said, this was one of the progenitors of the feet fucking market. If he like feet, I know he be eating ass too. So shout out to all you foot fetish fellas. Hold on, I gotta show y'all the other part of it. All right, I want to see her asshole. All right, and her feet. So I don't want listen. It's confirmed, man. Y'all never beating these accusations. Y'all never beating the charges, nigga. It is what it is. Okay, just don't go over to the brother fuckers. All right.
It's terrible.
Horrible. Like Charles Barkley say. You got something next? You got something else you wanted to touch on?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna buy it
Cool.
out.
So next we got this young lady here. This young lady here that seems to be perturbed that black men are attracted to her. Okay, in her natural state.
You see my hair?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Paris. Motherfuckers
Cause you're a
don't.
black man, you gotta tell them because you know how they be saying y'all don't like the. You like my
Yeah, I like it. I like natural hair, man. I don't. I'm not all for the weave and the extensions and
feel like I'm back
the
in high
unit
school, feeling like
and
I'm a
the
little
wigs.
cheerleader.
And it's your hair. That's the most important thing, man. It's your hair.
And I got my edges. You see them?
That's what I'm saying.
You niggas scare me sometimes. Y'all really do. I'm dressed like this.
Now shout out to my man. What's the brother's name? He has the septum ring theory. I can't think of his name right now.
Torin Walker.
Yeah, shout out to Torian Walker, man. So shout out to him. The septum ring theory has yet to be defeated. It has yet to be defeated. Yes, 1000% accurate.
Oversized shirt, hat.
Now, outside of an Ed Hardy shirt, because Ed Hardy ain't really been, relevant. I don't know how long. Shawty she has a decent face. She's moderately attractive. I say she's at a minimum of 5. If she actually tries, she would be 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can still see her. She has a nice
and really, depending on a good night, she might blow up and be an 8 for real.
Hey,
if she had like professional, it's an easy 8.
Yeah, depending on who's around her. Exactly, that's right too.
If she was like doing a little situation, it's an easy
8. Yeah, she got some hips. She got a little bit of thighs. She petite, but you see she got some shape to her.
Shorts.
Clear.
Niggas is still hollering. Like, what's good with y'all? Yo, it just happened again. Like, I'm scared. Like, what the fuck?
Now, I don't like this shit when she's talking about I'm scared. Ma'am, a man giving you a fucking compliment. Nobody ran down on you. Nobody grabbed you. Man trying to get your attention because he's attracted to you. You gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta stop this shit. This bit, and I got some of that coming too. Thank God. It's like God been fucking your big dummy ever since y'all did this dumbass bear versus man shit. You've been having these encounters of women with bears, and they learning the hard way.
I'm not even showing my body, nothing, and the way I'm getting catcalled is insane. Like, why am I getting more guys trying to talk to me and approach me dressed like this?
Because that's what you actually look like. Niggas are tired of getting catfish. Niggas are tired of getting finessed. Niggas are tired of getting fucking
a villain in a situation where it's trans women. So in order for them to actually know what real women genuinely look like and to know what they would be comfortable waking up with, they're gonna approach you in your natural state.
Thank you. Because for whatever reason, y'all chose to look like these motherfucking Decepticons. Y'all do the same fucking makeup. Y'all do the same crazy ass eyebrows and eyelashes.
The body shape is the same with the surgery. It's literally an identical portal of they went to the factory and shopped for women. So I don't have an issue with this. Genuinely, I remember when I was at a restaurant and it was a lady's husband who was staring me down. I didn't even know the man was married until they ended up having somebody sent over to me, and checked on me, and then she was like, "Oh, that's one of the owners. Him and his wife run." But he was like in awe. I was there, had a pub, little cute dress, and I was just in my natural state. But his wife was one of them women where she always looked like a pinup doll. She always is. She got her body done. She always is in makeup. Always is in wigs, and it's a confidence issue too. If you just cannot look like this, and you're not okay with looking like this without any makeup, without a wig, without weaves, without braids, without protective styles, without any of that, just your hair in its natural state, without having tight form-fitted clothes on, you have a confidence issue. And men know that. You guys can read it. You know, which is why even then, I don't know if you seen the girl last night where she had posted and she was like, I went out and I look like this.
Oh yeah.
Guys, and it's like, do you really, like, are you self-aware?
No. A lot of it's
a compliment in real life. In real life, the real reality of it is you can come on the internet and pop that shit like you cute. But when you in real life, what's happening?
Niggas
are you getting the attention you are actually trying to buy for? Are you really Miss Niggas?
No, she 2 in the morning, right when the club lights come on. Hey, I gotta leave here with something. That's who that chick was.
And I done tried everything in this bitch. She got turned down, and she the only one who keep talking to me.
Then I do when I'm actually like done up and like what?
Again, man, this is another just women understand men a whole lot less than men understand women. I don't know why women don't.
I'm talking to changing the narrative too, because all of this is a thing of where, okay, I can get if you're outside and you're trying to maneuver around, you may be working out or whatever, and you don't want to be bothered. But stop. But you're trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with men for being attracted to you.
For a biological fucking woman.
That's why I don't like you trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with men for being attracted to you, and inadvertently you don't even realize you're calling yourself ugly.
Yeah.
You're calling yourself unattractive. This is a self-esteem issue. This has nothing to do with men at all, because that should not bother you. Because I don't give a fuck if I look like I just got out of the bed, or I don't care if I look like I literally just walked off a runway, or I'm getting ready to head to a runway. Anytime a man is complimenting me, I always feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because I'm attracted to men.
Indeed.
Make sure you like live. Get the likes up.
Yeah, man. What y'all doing, man? Come on, bro. This ain't no motherfucking clearance sale. Y'all, I got 100. We got 180 people in the building, man. Hit the likes on both channels, And if you guys are not sub to Paris, go over there real quick, sub to her, and give her a like, and come right back.
Yeah. Also, every Thursday I got new weekly recap. Same thing, Mr. Fantastic does. So check the lives for the new weekly recap with my check-ins, and go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And if you're Power fans, I recap every Friday. So those are also, if the first 3 episode recaps are up, go check that out also.
Now this right here, man. Again, here we back to you.
I think we agree. I think we agree. I'm gonna just say
the people out here that be wanting these threesomes and these relationships, especially for the fellas, it gotta work both ways. If she
now Paris, what is a woman and 2 men in a sexual encounter? What is that called?
Now, to me, I feel like all of it is a threesome, but I know the common denotion of it is a train.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so at least you're aware. So yeah.
Now, to me, because again, I do kind of like see myself as part of the BDSM community, so I don't take it the same way as far as terminology. I'm more so of like, okay, we just trying to make this overly analytical. That's just how I feel about it. Like, you're trying to make the differentiation, but if you just really just get to the nitty gritty, it's 3 people, bro. It's a threesome. But the hood version, if we gonna do Urban Dictionary, is the motherfucking choo-choo.
Well, it's not just, it's men in general. For a man, anything more, if there's 3, okay, there's always a greater pussy to penis ratio. Okay, there should always be, and it's only one penis allowed. All right. So listen, about one penis and two pussies, hey, fine. Anything greater than that, cool, fine. But once you get one pussy and more dicks, that's a train. Sorry, this is what it is. We don't make the rules; we just live by them.
I think that's because it becomes a little bit barbaric.
Yeah, because
It
that's
becomes a little bit more like when you get two women involved with each other, it's very soft, it's very like, you know, nurturing, caring. It's not as
yeah, two dudes. Yeah,
aggressive.
I'm
But
trying
when
to
you
make
get
her
more,
tight.
like even when you think about how like, hey, can't hold you, because when he in the bottom of the thing, like it's a lot of ferocious energy going on. So it's like when you're adding more men to the mix, like even when I watched P Valley and they had that scene of them two burly ass men on top of each other, that was like so uncomfortable for me. It looked very fucking unnatural because we know it's unnatural, but it's like this is aggressive. This is
He can be extremely understanding and open when it comes to you bringing another woman in the bedroom. Then you need to be completely open and understanding if she want two dinglings swinging off the chandelier in the bedroom.
My nigga, that's gay, and that's something you'll never ever do with your old lady. Okay, ain't no listen, nigga. If you a cuck, just say that, and then especially, that's another thing I don't like either, Paris. Now this fucking trend of where niggas have become cool with cucking, that's always allegedly been a white man thing, like historically. But now niggas is like, yeah, man, you know, yeah, he can fuck my wife type shit. Like, whoa, brother, what we got going on here? Yeah, major flag on the play.
When I seen this video, I'll just go ahead and tell you because we already got the gist of it. He's not saying too much or more anything past this. My issue with this is he's pandering. And when I put it in the comments, they was like, how is he pandering? Of course, it was dumbass women. And he's pandering because his message is actually intended for women, but it's doctored as if he's speaking to men. Yeah. And it's the verbiage he's using. If she can be as caring, if she can be as understanding, and she could... You're talking to women. You're trying to garner women to be on your side about this because really you just trying to expose who the freak hoes is for you to get more pussy traction. That's it. Like, this the only reason why you're even saying this, because realistically, if this was a woman he was in love with, this wouldn't even be a fucking conversation.
No man is taking his girl, his old lady, his wife, wifey, whatever. The woman he's taking serious, bro. You ain't no motherfucking putting her between two dicks, bro. Pause.
And that's most of the time, even if you do see a cook situation where the man is into his woman doing other things with other men, kind of like the Diddy, he's not still involved. It's still just one penis.
Yeah, man. Listen, Sean the Creek. Listen, that's what I'm saying, man.
She said twigs and berries, baby.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. That is a no go. Listen, Shawty, ain't no
niggas. Talking about these classy, it was her going to find other men for him to watch her sleep with. It wasn't him being involved with her and another man. So even in a cuck situation, most times you don't even find that with a woman they're attracted to or actually attached to. They don't want to have dick in, dick out with her, and that's just not a thing. And in this situation, like I said, I just hated the message because even if he is right about the narrative of the relationship, like being understanding, this, that, and the third, you're a hypocrite, you're a panderer, and your message wasn't to rile men up or get any feedback from men. Nigga, what you was trying to do was escalate your pussy rate.
Yeah, that's
respectfully, because there's no way that you can say that you're open to trying new things and you want to explore sexuality or whatever reason that you told her or tried to convince her that you wanted a threesome if you're not going to be all the way open. What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
No, it ain't, nigga. No. Double standards exist for a reason, and
it ain't never been how they went.
It is what it is. Fuck out of
But
here.
even if double standards didn't exist, can we just get back to regular one-on-one sex? Like, can we just stop with the whole? Because let's be honest, we watching Teyana and Iman go through this fucking divorce, and they have an open relationship. She into women, and I just don't understand. Like, we got to stop trying to make it seem like a man having access to a woman who likes women is gonna be some reap a benefit of reward. No, like, you're really enabling bad behavior. What you don't understand, because you're making this bitch more sexually promiscuous, whether you actually realize it or not. You're just benefiting from it at the moment.
And speaking of which, where is it? We'll do this and then come back to that. Where's it at? Where is it? Where is it? More. Damn, they hit that shit up. Where is it at? It was at the end there. Which one is it? No, that's we'll do that one. Here we go. Gregory, right? So yeah, speaking of which, here we go. Boom. Teyana Taylor arrives in court today on day 3 of a divorce trial against soon-to-be ex-husband, and former NBA star Iman Shumpert during today's testimony. Taylor breaks down on the witness stand and she tells how Shumpert cheated on her. She also admits that she too stepped out on the marriage.
So basically, she's trying to dress up the fact that they both were cheaters.
Exactly. And like you said,
even then, I don't even feel like that's for a journalist. I know I follow Dennis Byron. I respect his platform. I like what he does. He always makes me feel like he's just simply reporting. He's not being biased. Mm-hmm. But the verbiage matters. I don't give a fuck if y'all were not together, separated, or whatever the case may be. If y'all were married, you stepped out on your marriage. Stop trying to make it seem like he was the big bad wolf, or he was the villain, or he was the guy who was just cheating on you and doing you wrong. No, other people had you too. And you knew you were attached to him, and you knew it could embarrass him the same way you felt fucking embarrassed.
And like you said, it all started out of some threesome shit, out of some, let's bring other people into the fucking bedroom of a marriage. That shit is never good, man. Like I said, that's some shit. You gotta get all your threesome shit out of the fucking way. I say early. If you're a young couple or something,
that's some shit you do with your sneaky link. That's some shit you do with somebody you deal with here and there. Like, you don't really fuck with them that much, but you catch them on every blue moon. That's some shit that you do with somebody that there's no emotional attachment to. But the whole swingers and threesome and we got somebody else, that shit is for old couples who have done everything that they can do and their children are gone. That's when you go into that sector. We got young people who are trying to build a relationship and they're never satisfied because they have access to so much. And the real point of it is y'all need to learn how to be comfortable with what you got in a marriage. You need to learn to be like, this is what I have. Let me cultivate this until there's nothing else here that I can pour into it.
And another big part of this, let me here we go. So allegedly now, and it's crazy because we started talking about this last week, and now I guess the trial has started, or it's continuing, so we get more details to it. But they're saying that Iman wants half of her royalties, and it's like, hold on, nigga, hold on there, brother. You was a nigga that was talking all that motherfucking rich niggas don't pay for, don't want you to pay for nothing, and we got all the money, and that's why you come get with us over the regular niggas, and and nigga, lo and behold, look at you now. Your ass that made millions of dollars.
Fair point. I ain't gonna hold you. Fair point. But does it amount for anything the fact that he is part of the reason why her music got to where it got to?
Nah, I agree. But I don't know. I don't say what part he played because I know they had one huge video, right? I know
They
had one,
had
like,
a song together. He actually put money behind her music, and he was part of the reason why she was able to promote. Because remember when she started doing her music, she was with Kanye. Her and Kanye relationship kind of dwindled because she was Kanye's artist. So he was the one who kind of helped pay off her back end in order for her music to stay sustainable because her album flopped. It didn't start doing good until later on. And he was the reason why she was able to fucking go on tour. And remember, again, around this time, he was the one who was getting the shows and getting on Dancing with the Stars. He was more relevant. I'm not going to say he's more famous, but he was more relevant at the time for her music situation when it was taken off.
Okay. And the details to the hyperlink is pretty much they talk about the kids. They have kids that are 8 and 3 years old. They announced their separation in 2023. Various allegations from both parties have been widely speculated in media. Sources tell us in the court revealed that Iman has asked the judge to give him half of Teyana's royalties from projects before they were married. Our sources also detail Iman's finances. We're told that Iman spends $112,000 per month. This is said include over $14,000 per month on eating out, over $14,000 per month on this podcast, and over $6,000 per month on this video music production. However, sources tell us that he requests to pay $8,000 per month in child support. Yeah, man. Listen, do I want him to win? Yeah, I want him still want him to win because, like I say, hey, men just the same. There should be the same fucking process both ways. But at the same time, if he don't, am I gonna feel bad for him? No, nigga, because you was talking all that big Willie, big bank shit when you motherfucking had it. Okay,
I'm a little conflicted with this because, for one, I don't like this between them. I felt like that they did a very good job at representing how to have a positive, healthy love, and their divorce just kind of ruined the entire whatever image they could have sustained as a couple. They would never be able to play respectability politics again. Neither one of them. And it makes it even more bad because it's like now she's in court saying all the right things of trying to dress him up and make him feel like he was the big guy. She just loved and supported him so much. But on the back end, he's telling like the ugly truth. Like, no, I don't consider her family. She was beating my ass. She was choking me out. I had to call my, family members to get involved. I blocked her from my phone because she had lawyers texting my phone. It didn't feel like us. It didn't feel like, I'm having to talk to a third party about my children. He was like, so I might as well just let somebody else mediate between me and my children. So when you look at it from that standpoint, I kind of feel like she is manipulating the situation to try and make it seem like I cared about him so much and he forced me to divorce him. Because she also mentioned that she was going to file for divorce 2 other times. What I did not like, though, was the fact that when they had their first child, he was, or was it this? It could have been the second child because the second child was the baby. He was sending pictures of the child to women that he was involved with. I did not like that. I did not like that. But when you talk about her being abusive to him, and when you talk about her kind of like making it seem as if her success was the reason that drove their marriage apart, I look at her sideways because at no given time was your relevancy ever more important than his outside of Black culture. Nobody, you have a very small fan base. He was an NBA player. He was way more small.
And shout out to you for pointing that out because I don't think people understand. Like you said, that Black love tag. What's the thing they used to say? Relationship goals. That was them.
Goals.
Yeah, that was them. And holding my nuts. I never followed much of her stuff. She got a bomb ass song with her and Kalani. That shit. Listen, I almost did some things that. She had a joint with Method Man and Ghostface. And that was a fucking solid ass thing. I think she did that within the last couple years.
Was really good. She had an album called The Concrete Rose. She also had an album called The Album. She just had terrible PR. But when you got a husband who's sitting there and he's like saying, all right, the label ain't really fucking with you. I'm also into music. Let me go ahead and back you. Or She got a whole fucking Nike shoe deal. What
Well,
reason
not
would
just Nike. That was
give her
you
a
beat me
fucking
to it.
shoe
Not again. Not just Nike. Jordan. She had a Jordan deal. Paris. So it was
a
Teyana.
specialized Rose
Yeah.
Jordan shoe?
Yep. Exactly. She had specific fucking Jordan brand shoe, and like you said, there's no way in hell she would have ever got that without Iman Shumpert and being involved with the NBA players.
So even
Never,
when she
never in life.
says she's the reason why he's on the Shy, she introduced him to Lena Waithe. Okay, I'll honor that because you are in certain circles of those particular arraignments. But my thing is, if you're trying to make it seem like your success is so much more prevalent than he is to the point where you can get him a job, then you should have been filed for divorce. Stop trying to make it seem like you were carrying him on your back because she tried to make it seem like, oh, I've been trying to file for divorce since 2018. Well, y'all were married for 10 years. You
That's
were not
wild.
carrying him on your back. The reason as to why she even got into the media is because everybody know her and LaShante Hacker fell out. LaShante stole her nigga, had a baby, and she
Oh,
ended
damn.
up back in the media because of Iman. She was at the game sitting courtside with him, and they used to do this whole thing of them dressing alike when he was first in the basketball. They've been together well over 10 years. So when she first got into back into the media, because remember, like her, well, I don't know if you remember, but she was on like My Super Sweet 16. The only reason why
I
it was
didn't know.
relevant is because her dad used to be a celebrity attorney in New York.
Okay.
And her mom picked her up as management. But her dad was like a celebrity attorney. She kind of had the same type of association like the Kim Kardashian, family. Your dad is the reason why you're in entertainment or celebrities. And so now you kind of want to make a name for yourself. And when her and Brandon Jenkins were together, that kind of pushed her into a plight. And LaShante Hacker ended up sleeping with Brandon Jennings. And then they had a baby. She went and doubled back and got with Iman Shumpert. Iman was fresh into the NBA. And that's how she came a highlight. She basically used Iman's celebrity and likeness for him being an NBA star to kind of catapult her. So then they became just a fixture off of their relationship alone.
And oh shit. Okay, my bad. That was your stream. So hey, do me a huge favor, man. Look, y'all being disrespectful out this motherfucker, man. Hey, it's Sunday. All right. Do I need to call the motherfucking cops? Y'all niggas out here with motherfucking warrants and shit. Y'all got bodies? Y'all got bodies, man? Cause listen, y'all acting like some motherfucking killers out here, man. If you lie, you steal. If you steal, you motherfucking kill. And y'all stealing my likes. Hit the like button, goddamn.
Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man.
Shout out to Cowboy, and like you said too. Well, so I don't know if I know you probably remember this, but Iman Shumpert came in. When he came in the league, right? I forget who he was with eventually, but him playing with LeBron was huge. So I think he was with the Knicks, and then he was with Cleveland. He actually won the ring with Cleveland, and but he started the most standout thing was he had like the Kid and Play fucking fade. He had a tall ass fade.
I
remember. Shit was like a foot fucking tall, like just crazy, right? So like you said, that distinctiveness played a role in it too. And like you said,
that's what I'm saying. It put her in a position of where it's like, oh, let me go do something different with a different nigga. Because he's from Chicago. He got his own style and shit like that. But yeah, him playing with LeBron definitely kind of set him apart. But even then, when he left playing with LeBron, he just, even though he wasn't like the top player, or he was kind of like on his Carmelo shit, like, this nigga got a name. Even if he's not the best player, he's not your top 5, he got a name. He does something specific in the league that makes him stand out.
Yeah, and like you said, that's the most important part. Like you said, when you're trying to build up that rapport from a music following, especially a black female artist, you know what I'm saying, having that black love thing, and the guy that they're gonna whatever, that plays a major part. But you seen this one? I don't know if you've seen this one. Have you seen this one? You seen this one?
I seen
I
it.
ain't going viral, but I'll be doing better on my So for Twitter, I guess Twitter advice. If you got a small account, man, your shit is never really gonna pick up or whatever, unless like somebody shared shot of Paris. Right. But somebody bigger picture shit up. But the way to really get your traction, to really get your shit is like to just make it like a good comment in the fucking you know what I'm saying, on whatever is trending, right? So this was my contribution here lately. Okay, y'all see it. Ladies, what this mean? Now listen, y'all know what it means.
She said, okay, I think
I
would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm gonna take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down, the nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Nigga, if she ain't grabbing them cheeks, nigga, you ain't clapping no cheeks, nigga. All right? She ain't grabbing them cheeks.
He took her out. She would fight for her life. And honestly, I'm happy for her. She deserved it. I don't know who she is, but she deserved it.
We're gonna go these ones. Shout out to y'all, man, for the super chats, man. Greatly appreciate you. We got my man Too Cool for School for the 5. Greatly appreciate your brother. Where we at? There we go. 'Cause I got money. BABG, you know you need to cover the Tyreek, Myra, and Tommy debate about ADOS and pretenders. Listen, man, I'll get around to that shit. But you know, you already know what I said on that shit. Shout out to Ennis, bro. Appreciate you for the 2. Yeah, BG gang salute. Hey man, greatly appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, that was just funny to me because listen, man, I keep telling y'all, man, the best part. Okay, you're gonna get the best out of a woman, man, if she's physically attracted and sexually satisfied. All right. Now again, don't you niggas just be motherfucking. You just can't ram and jam the whole time, man. All right, you gotta get your stroke together. You gotta know what you're doing around that thing, man. It ain't just punishing it the whole time, but you know, getting to that bottom is important. All right, you gotta at least touch that thing. Gotta let her know you there. You hear me? You feel me? Let's see what we got next. What was the next one we had? The next one was. So now getting to the bottom can lead to some shit like this right here.
Uh-oh.
If you play around with her, don't want to do that. Now, why won't these women just leave? That's a frying pan, people. That's all I'm gonna show. That's a frying pan. This is not no skit. This not made up. This brother was actually asleep. You know what I'm saying? And she went ahead and hit him with the Tom and Jerry. Listen, man. This is why you never let a woman maintain you. All right. Y'all see who this nigga is. He on the couch. He on the couch for a reason. All right. These are the hobosexual ain't shit niggas they swear they be talking about. But I don't know why. I don't know why they won't leave, man. I don't know why. What's your take on it, Paris? Why won't these women leave these toxic, horrible, terrible relationships with ain't shit broke ass niggas? Why not?
That's their default setting. And I feel like that's the reason why they try to make it seem like it's an insurmountable amount of men who are broke. That's not a real reality. Yes, there are more men than there are women who are homeless. There are more men than there are women who do not have a home that they actually own. But men dominate the workforce. If you dealing with a man where you feel like you're the breadwinner or you feel like you take more of responsibility than him, that's a choice. That's a choice. And it's not a thing. But I don't appreciate that because situations like this always just reinforce for me. People are absolutely okay with domestic violence depending on the circumstance. And I'm gonna just leave it there.
Yep. And then it rise right into this one right here. The rabbit guy shot at him. Y'all want men to dissociate.
I was just texting his ugly ass this morning. That man is an idiot. But when I went to Florida, I swear to God, he had my back. Shout out to that rabbit guy. He's solid people.
that y'all want men to dissociate from deadbeats, and all y'all can't even stop letting them fuck. Lead by example. And his thing was, damn, did he remove it? Hold on, because he had the picture of the thing. Oh no, my bad. Here we go.
Oh, you gotta click on there.
Yeah, I gotta click on his. So this was right here, right? So remember last week we showed y'all, I think it was actually on Father's Day, right? Or right around it, of the nigga that was going viral because his baby mama tried to blast him, and all the women in the comments was like, "Ooh, girl," and me next, and I'll pay the child support, all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? All of that. They ain't care about none of that deadbeat shit because the nigga they say he look good. So if you look good enough, man, and you fit, that's what we say, man, bro. If you fit her type, if you what she like, nigga, you gonna be all right. It don't matter. You
And this is
literally can
why
no
I've been
wrong.
saying for years, women know women lie. Women know a lot of men's plights when it comes to dealing with women in this whole deadbeat shit. Because women will still choose to deal with a man who has the allegation of not taking care of his child.
Yep.
We know women lie because there's only a reason why a deadbeat can have a heavy amount of children. She think that she lying. That's it. She think it's not that much. I don't know in the motherfucking world. And I'm gonna tell you how I know, because it don't matter what city, what state, what country, what continent you in. The moment you start dealing with somebody, their whole life becomes a part of your orbit. So there is not a woman who can tell me, "Oh, I just did not know." Not the way social media works. You absolutely will know. You're going to know his friends. You're going to know who his ex is. You're going to know something about him that attaches that man to somebody in another social circle that tells you something about him, good and bad, and especially if you're pretty. If you pretty and a bitch feel like you're a threat to her, oh, you're going to know everything negative about him. So you're not telling me women don't know women be lying. You're not telling me women don't know women be lying, because they'll still go and do it. They'll still go and do it. Either they know that she be lying, or they got to be put in that situation themselves because they feel like they so different. I have seen it happen in my own personal orbit where I've seen it. A bitch would go say, "Oh, he this, that, and the third," and then here come a whole nother woman proving them wrong. And it's like, why you deal with him and he don't take care of his first child? It ain't he don't take care of, bitch. You the problem. He ain't leave that child. He left you. Or it'll be a situation of, shit, I shouldn't have fucked with that nigga because he did me the same way. It's always gonna be one of the two.
And speaking of which, at least people that think they so pretty, this fits them. We got good old Joy Taylor.
To the men, to the women that have men, to the women who have friends that have men, I want you to know, I do not want you.
Oh, shout out to that mic, by the way. All right, what kind of mic is that, y'all? Chat, can y'all tell me what kind of mic that is? Joy Taylor, Joy Taylor, who's an ESPN analyst, and she's making hundreds of $1,000s a year, and now she has a podcast. Can anybody tell me what kind of mic that Joy Taylor has right there?
I do not want your man. This continues to happen to me where I will just be speaking to a man, and either he or his girl or his girl's friend will say something to me like, "Oh, well, I really need to get back to my girlfriend. She's going to be upset that I'm talking to you."
Now, Joy Taylor's got to be in her 40s, right? She got to be 40 something, because I think she's in her 40s, right? You think, right? I think Joy Taylor's in her 40s.
I don't know.
But yeah, so she was the pretty much the mediator for when Stephen A and Skip were still doing First Take. She's a media analyst for the mediator for First Take. So then her and Jalen Rose ended up getting married for like a very short time. I think it might have been, was it 2 years, y'all? Was it 2 years? It was definitely less than 3. But hey, co-workers, because Jalen was working for ESPN at that time too. They get married. Shit don't last at all. And now she's back out here. This is the same girl that said fucking money. You remember that viral clip about you fucking with the dude because he got fucking money? She's 30. Wow, 37. Oh, I know she's. So
But,
yeah.
but
So
the thing probably is too, because she is a sports analyst. She's in a whole nother sector of shit that I ain't even paying attention to, because I'm just now getting into the algorithm for the WNBA.
oh, my bad. I'm mixing up her and Molly Karam. Yeah, it's Molly Karam. Who is this? Is this Joy? What's Joy from? Joy does sports too. Does Joy do it for is Joy for Skip? Am I mixing it too? My bad. Joy is with Skip then. Joy's with Skip. Colin Cowherd. Yeah, so Joy, Joy is with Skip. So my bad. So I mixed it too. Well, no, the herd is Colin Cowherd. Either way, we'll figure it. So Colin Cowherd. So either way, my bad. I'm mixing up the mixed chicks, right? So she has the aesthetic, right? She has the aesthetic of, she mixed with something exotical, as they call them, or whatever, so on and so forth. And she's saying this: if a woman is intimidated by another woman, and a woman is a certain level of attractiveness, it will cause problems for a man. That's basically why I pulled it up. You alluded to that point, right? And if she has a certain level of attractiveness, women will feel some type of way, and it could cause problems. Now, do I think Joy fits that? She cute. She all right. I don't think she's like super bad like that. But can I see her doing it for certain type of women? Yeah, I can see it. I can understand it.
So let's go ahead and add context in this because that put a sour taste in my mouth. I think she thinks too much of herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think she thinks too much of herself because for one, of her age, for two, of her monetary status, and for three, she's in a male-dominated environment. So I know, me being very good with talking to men, I know how to alternate flirtatious behavior versus not. And I genuinely feel like when she's in those situations, she's not privy to them having a girlfriend, and she's flirting and she's doing things that may make it seem as if she's available. And then when the backlash comes back, she tries to spin it like, I never wanted him.
Yep.
But I'm not going to discount the fact that men deal with insecure women where they know if a woman knows another woman is pretty, she does get threatened, and she tries to make it seem as if it's the man's fault because the woman is pretty. You don't even know if he's attracted to this woman or not. You just thought she was pretty. So we know that happens, right? Or, you have women that they know their man's type, or you have women that they've already been dealing with their man cheating. So it really don't matter who he talked to. It's going to be a problem because it's that bitch you was cheating with. But in her situation, when I think about a woman who has been in a male-dominated environment, and when I think about a woman who is like in a certain age case or a certain monetary status, she's trying to use her femininity to market herself. She really don't know who the fuck single and who not. And this is a situation where she's just being full of herself. Because you're not telling me, you don't look at, you got fillers, your eyebrows are bushy, your hair look a mess, you give off a racially ambiguous or far more white woman with a tan. Nothing about what you're doing makes me go, oh, that's a bad bitch. Nothing about what she looks like would make me think, oh, I just know niggas falling all over her.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at her too. Her face is okay, it's cute, but
like it's decent. Like you're a general six. You're a general six.
Her body's nothing special.
Even if she was to take off makeup, I still feel like she's a general six. Is she a little bit above average? Yes, but you're not so much to the point where I'm going, oh, I'm threatened by you. No, she's really one of them girls where I stand side by side and a nigga choosing based off of whether or not he like white women or black women.
And they went on her. That's another thing too. She was in hot water for her whole Pride Month celebration shit.
Why would she be upset? I cannot stress this enough. I am not flirting with you. I am not flirting with your man. I am not flirting with your friend's man. If I'm speaking to you, human being, I'm doing just that.
But see, she's doing it now. The body language, like you're laughing, your smile is a little bit cunning. You have a flirtatious nature. You have some women, they're just naturally flirtatious. There's no way I would ever want my man standing beside Bernice Burgos. And not just because she bad. That is a naturally feminine, flirtatious woman. Her aura just make you feel like she want to fuck me. Have you seen Bernice Burgos and how she talking, how she interact? Or I've seen her on Angela.
I've never seen her talk. I only seen her in pictures, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like,
I swear to God, she has a naturally flirtatious fucking aura. You put her in the room with a nigga, you go, It's time for us to go. She trying to fuck some. And she probably ain't even doing nothing.
Exactly. It's just
her
a natural.
aura. That's just
Yeah.
who she is. Kind of
Exactly.
how Gabrielle Union was in Two Can Play That Game.
Yeah, man. Like,
You
don't
know,
understand that too.
but that's how she is. And she's trying to make it seem like everybody else tripping. No, bitch, I'm a woman. I know my woman's intuition. You probably not be trying to fuck nothing, but you will.
Indeed. So speaking of more failed relationships and marriages and all that good shit,
Isn't that wonderful?
we have our man, and like I said, this is the first time he's actually talking about the situation. Mr. Hardrict, excuse me, who was married to
Can't wait till he get a new wife. I'm gonna go dig with him and see what he's doing.
It's Tia, right? Tia?
Yes,
He's married to Tia.
I can't wait till he get a new wife. I just
You know, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. And, you know, no one's there for you. And it's just like, you know, you're a man, especially a black man. You know, he's tough, he's strong. But you know, it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night.
Shout out to him, man. Listen, we often talk about this, how, as a black man, especially, it's different rules, bro. Especially when it comes to emotionality and, showing feelings or not showing feelings. And, everybody, you guys aren't emotionally intelligent or emotionally available. Bitch, we can't be. We can't be, bitch. What's the name? What's the crazy girl name? That had the fake ass. Swear she didn't have a fake ass, and then she had to get her fake ass removed because it was killing her.
K. Michelle?
Yeah, K. Michelle. There we go. K. Michelle said she can't respect the nigga that she seen a nigga cry. She had to leave him. And that's just period. Nigga, your mama died and you cried. Nigga, you weak. I gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? Your dog died. Your dog get ran over. You see it. Nigga, you cried in front of me. Nigga, I gotta leave. And it's just these crazy, unrealistic expectations of black men when it comes to masculinity. And then they wonder how and why. Like, niggas feel like they gotta have on, $5,000 worth of fucking, clothes, and then $100,000 worth of jewelry, and always have a fucking fresh lineup, and get veneers, all this shit, to where you have to be a perfect specimen of a man in order just to qualify for any woman. Not the same level. Go ahead.
He don't even have a heavy media presence, and he had the same type of sentiment. So that says to me his circle is very small and private, and he still didn't get support.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even worse, because now you're making him an average man. And for her, it was kind of like she was on a PR campaign of, yeah, I'm gonna get a fucking divorce. And it's like, what? Like, she was saying, oh, this is a graduation. Or even when she was doing her clapbacks on Twitter, because people was telling her, you don't want X to get out here and go date with two fucking kids that are middle-aged. And now you're going to have to figure out what it's like for you to try and figure out when it's okay for these people to meet your kids, or you not having a real active sex life, or you not having an available parent. Like, now you got to figure all this shit out, and you trying to make it seem as if you did something that was in the best interest of you, but you went back to step one, and now you just made life harder. On the other end, for him, he got to be smiling. He got to be understanding. And if he even fights for the divorce, it's like, oh, he's trying to hold her back. He needs her money. He wants to use her. He's controlling. But what is it? Something so simple as, well, no, I'm just a man who wanted my wife and my family.
Yeah, and that's literally what it was.
Just as simple. Like, I didn't ask for this. I made that decision to marry her because that's what I wanted. And I made the decision to have my children because that's what I wanted. And now I'm in this situation where I'm forced to have to deal with this something so traumatic. I have to deal with the fact that I'm not in the house with my kids anymore. I have to deal with the fact that my former wife is outside doing things that, this a whole other side of her I had never seen before. And we didn't have any issues. She just woke up one day and said, I don't feel like it. So I can only imagine the mental scrutiny he's had to deal with, because, again, he doesn't have a heavy social media presence. You're seeing him talk now at Essence Festival, meaning that that's a wide platform for media coverage, and it's an event. Any other time, you're not seeing him having talks with TMZ. You're not seeing him on a blog. You're not seeing him doing anything aside from red carpet associated events or organizations. I cannot imagine what he's been going through with him having such a close-knit circle and him having a celebrity status, knowing that he has to watch her be in the limelight. And her ass ain't even got no job.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's the saddest part about it, like you said.
He out there working. He at Essence Festival working. She ain't even got no fucking job.
And then the Essence part of it, like you said, because Essence, you know, historically black media platform or whatever, right? So he finally talks, like you said, a year and a half of this man pretty much just like, you know what I'm saying, going through the process and finding his way to fight that hurt and that pain, man. And that's why I say, man, I still, bro, I cannot, a state sanctioned marriage, dog, I just cannot suggest it for you, dog. I'm telling you. And he was in, like I say, he was grandfathered in. This is people that got married when, you know, people actually believed in it. Nobody believes in this shit now, bro. So like I said, am I saying don't be in a monogamous relationship with a woman? No. Am I saying don't do the, you know, the spiritual thing, jump the broom or whatever the fuck you need to do a trust or whatever means and avenues you need to do it, and building a family and, you know, you guys coming together and, you know, building that empire? No, I'm not saying that, boy. I'm saying taking your ass down to the church or the courthouse and ending up with the state signing your motherfucking permission, getting that state permission slip to be in a relationship. Bars, I'm saying it again, a state permission slip to be in a relationship. Nah, bro, I can't sign up for that. I can't condone that. I cannot.
And honestly, at the age I'm at now, right? Like I've had to sit back and do a lot of reassessing. And when I say this, I feel like people feel like I'm against marriage or I'm trying to trope to be a baby mama. But you can't beat numbers thinking you special.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is the same way y'all throw these stats out here for black women, on the adjacent end of that now, we are the most race loyal. So that means these stats are coming from y'all. Just because you're marrying more than us, you still marry majority us. So you're not marrying the same way either. You're also having your own way of contribution to the denigration and the breakdown of these relationships. You may not be the primary, but it takes two to tango. So what I mean by that is, like, for me, I had to sit back and really think to myself, okay, Paris, you want a family. Average people get married between around 20 and 28. Okay, Paris, you also want, you know, to have a baby. But the reality of it is most people have their first child out of wedlock, you know, or most people, they marry in their hometown. I moved from my hometown. So again, when you start breaking this shit down, the numbers, hey, I'm an anomaly for where I'm at in life, but the same way that I'm an anomaly and I would be considered such a heavy prize for men, I'm also a high risk factor. And I think that more men need to start putting that shit into consideration. Okay, instead of this bitch being fine, or instead of her just, you know, being this way right now, I really need to sit back and gauge what her thinking is towards family, respectability politics, and what is her thinking towards her actually being in a serious situation. Can she actually sit there and be in a real relationship and know she in a relationship? Or is this some shit that we just naturally got into and now we here now? Because a lot of times if you go to a woman and you ask her, do you want marriage and do you want a family? She gonna tell you yes until she get the shit and it's really with somebody who ready to do it. Versus her actually just falling into the habit and trying to force a nigga to do it. So you need to know what type of woman you dealing with. Is she somebody who genuinely wants that? And if you ask her today, if I ask you to do this, are you going to do it? Or do you have somebody who's going to be hesitant? Because that hesitancy says a lot about her need to sacrifice.
Cool. Now, the race loyal thing, that's a myth. No, it's not you guys. It's not you guys are race loyal. It's the fact of the matter that, like, the other groups of men aren't checking for black women. That's the ugly truth.
I get where you coming from with that. So by default, I mean, not having the ability to is the default of us being race loyal. It's not that we actually are, you know, more committed to being with you guys than y'all are to us. It's the fact that we don't have the availability to branch out. as much as we would like in comparison to white or Asian women. But
And as
I
much
always tell people too, one thing that Black women don't have that also stops that, because everybody talk about the attitude, everybody talk about all this other shit. It's really the monetary value. Because a lot of these men sexualize us the same way the women sexualize you. The difference is y'all actually have something more to contribute, whereas those men feel like we're much more of a burden because we don't have any wealth to come with us.
I can that makes sense too. That the financial plays a huge part in it, especially like you said. Yeah, the financial play, because like you said, as much as they
have the
claim
highest
most,
convictions.
yeah,
We have the
you know what I'm
highest
saying?
consumption. Our money doesn't stay where it's supposed to be. You think other men don't know that? You think Asian men don't know that?
Hey,
You think Indian
a
men
black,
don't know that?
hey, so when I bring this up, dog, yo, you nigga, Paris said it. You black woman, right? You black. You look
We
black to
don't have
me.
the money. Again, we can talk about the behaviors and the stigmas and the stereotypes. The reason why they marry other cultures of people, white men have no problem dealing with Asian women, and of course, Asian women have no problem with dealing with black men, and white women have no problem dealing with black men. It's because of money. We can talk about the rest of it, but at the basis of it, white women are the biggest whores. At the basis of it, all of us play into cosmetics. At the basis of it, all of us are into some. If you are an American woman, you are indoctrinated into bad behaviors and principles. Bottom line, I don't care what ethnicity you are. If you are an American woman, you got bad habits. Bottom line, I include myself in that. The reason why there is no outsourcing for us to be a top pick is because we have no financial wealth. That's it. It ain't nothing else. And if that was the case, you see more Mexican women moving out too. You don't see them moving out either. We have no financial wealth. If we had financial wealth, it probably would be more of a gimme.
No, nobody see that.
Yeah.
Nobody see that.
Yeah.
You live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Cory Hardrict know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Yes.
I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like, I'm here and I'm still going.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to that brother for, again, man, finding that way, whatever it may be for you individually. Mental health, it is still Men's Mental Health Month. I don't know why they combine that shit with the brotherfucker brigade, but hey, it is what it is. But now let's finally talk about this right here, man. All right, this is fresh off the presses. This happened I think literally today, because I think they said it occurred in like 3 a.m. right? So the Duval King Von, okay, variation of King Von, is no longer with us. Okay. Foolio, this guy right here, if you guys remember, I think he not necessarily national news, but nigga news. He got shot in his foot like sometime last year.
Florida. It's been heavy on the local news channels. I follow a lot of Florida people, and they've been retweeting the media outlets.
Yeah, and everybody was doing it this morning. I was like, because I had to Google it, and it hadn't been posted yet. So the hell, they was posting the shit before, you know what I'm saying? Because he's from here. So, but because it happened in Tampa, I didn't know until they put that detail out. But let's listen to what Charleston White got to say.
Tell them they would go get him. I just knew they would go get him because the boy works hard to get got. No, that nigga works hard to get shot on. Man, they shot his foot off last year, give him that pirate nub. Man, that nigga supposed to still nigga got his foot shot off, ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot and work your hips, nigga. Nigga supposed to be fucking. And then I'm thinking, at the Holiday Inn, what the fuck? Man, nigga ain't no protection on a nigga at the Holiday Inn. They ain't got valet parking. No, man, shit, no, man, that's why I go, man, the Holiday Inn. Man, I guess when you got an entourage of niggas rolling around, you can't go get one of them high dollar rooms. Nigga, you got to go, yeah. And everybody saying, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, that nigga works hard to die. Shit, he earned this here. Shit, nigga. And goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Way that nigga lived and talk gangster, should nobody be sad? What?
Now, this is one thing I agree with. I don't understand this when everybody was like, "Oh my God, King Von," and bro, the nigga bragged and laughed about all the fucking murders he did since like what 12 years old or whatever. How long fucking this nigga was a serial killer, man. King Von was a celebrated serial killer. Okay, this nigga the same way. So, bro, listen. Hey, these may be your fam, your whatever, your your neighborhood niggas and shit. But listen, bro, ain't no. Hey, he died happy. This is the way he wanted to go. This is what they talk about, man. This is the lifestyle they live. So I don't see how y'all niggas be sad. The girl and I guess it went viral because the girlfriend, y'all took my boyfriend away from me, bitch. No, he took himself.
Now I'm gonna say for me, just all together, I don't care who the fuck it is or how it is. I think it's tacky to wait until a person dies and to be like, well, shit, I told you so. Because it's like, you all knowing, all seeing, being individual motherfucker, we all knew. Like, this is not something that makes me think, he wasn't going to live by the sword. He wasn't going to die by the sword. But I guess I just get sick of seeing the repetitious slander when it comes to, like, when situations like this happen, what I see is they try to paint like it's all black men who are in this type of orbit, or that this the way that y'all are living or how y'all are going out. And so it's like, well, we don't have no moral regard for their death. And I don't like that, because it's like, if this was a situation where you talking down on the person and you disrespecting them, why the fuck do you feel like they should have any type of honor or respect for you? Because to be honest, Charleston White ain't living the way motherfuckers think he should be living either. I ain't gonna say he causing no harm, but the way Foolio living versus Charleston White mentality, what makes them so different in being disrespected through death?
No, it's gonna be the same.
Exactly. But Charleston White don't bother nobody. Charleston White mind his business. He's very active in the community. He's a very intelligent man. He might say some hateful shit, and he might got some morals a motherfucker don't align with. But versus the way that Foolio's getting reception versus the way that Charleston White, hell, I do you one better. Kevin Samuels. That man didn't bother no fucking body. And they talk so hateful about him in death, and that's my issue altogether. You can talk about how they live their life. You can talk about, the bad shit they do. I don't uphold morally and, degenerate shit. I just don't. So I don't agree with the reckless slaying and killings of black men. I just don't. And of course, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But I'm not into the whole, because a nigga died, I go, aha, that's what your ass get. What everybody thought? He was running around bothered. Like, what we doing with that information? You could just literally just move on.
Cool. Let me get to you super chats real quick. Shout out to my man Through the Fire podcast. Appreciate it for 5. Joy was with Skip. Her and Skip had a fight, and she was gone the next day. Now she's with the herd. Okay, so I'm like, I thought I knew something. Right now, it's hard to keep up with that dumbass shit. Where the hell these people come around? And this is for Paris, man. Shout out to Chief Rocker with the super sticker for Paris. Ain't nothing but some money. Shout out to my man Mo Lifts for the 5. It's a C Kazi Cost USB condenser podcast microphone. Is the mic she has. Okay, look like something else. But hey, that's a condenser mic. That's a cheap ass mic from what niggas told me. That type of condenser mics are cheap mics. Shout out to my man Grinch in the building for the 10, man. Greatly appreciate you, brother. The common consensus is nobody wants a big back, black, tar-footed, belligerent bop as a wife. Who wants poverty and disrespect? It's simply better out there. Shout out to Grinch, man. Shout out to Azrael, first of his name. The two, oftentimes, as black men, our humanity isn't acknowledged. Yeah, bro, we aren't seen as humans a lot of times. Yeah. Shout out to Dane C for the super. New age rappers be looking like gremlins. Hey, Kodak told you what it was. Shout out to Dane C for the tool. Yeah, that individual covers all the rappers unalive, and yeah. Shout out to Dane C. Oh, and salutes Fantastic in Paris. Appreciate it, brother. And I referred to Buddy as that individual, the little fella Federation nigga that was hating on my dick and worried about what the fuck I was doing with it. I thought we was cool, but the nigga was talking shit about me on another nigga that's always on my dick channel, and I saw it directly because the nigga highlighted it. So since he's worried about my dick and what I'm doing with it, fuck him. It is what it is, and I said it.
Yeah. Also, Foolio had, and we can move on after this, but he literally had a guy bones, dispersed, and the guy got picked up. Okay, so there was an 18-year-old kid who went to an interview at Amazon, and his dad took him and dropped him off, and they picked him up and killed him. They didn't find his remains until a year later, like way out in the woods. His mom was contacted about the remains. He rapped about it in the song. His mom was on it.
Oh, my bad, go ahead.
His mom was on an interview, and he actually rapped about it in a song. When I see shit like that, that disturbs me, because it's like, you're going to get what's coming to you.
Yeah, these niggas don't care. These niggas, and you know what's crazy? What's crazy about it though, Paris? It's like they're willing to, if that's the way to get fame and get a name, they're willing to do it.
They did that in Baton Rouge for some years. Like, it was a whole diss song in Baton Rouge, and the guys who made the diss song, I forgot the name of it, but it was like the guy was basically saying he fucked the guy baby mama in the bed and nutted on her baby, nutted on the child, and they got shot up right after that. Yeah. So this has been going on. The shit is local. They try to make it seem like this is rap. No, stop that. This is not commercial rap. This is not something everybody knows about. This is one of the things where you got to be immersed with either social media, or you like underground music, or you like drill music.
Yeah, you from there.
If you don't know those things, this is not a black thing. This is some local shit. So don't try to put this on black people. It's not that. But yeah, like that happened in VR. They had some guys that did that. Like, this is years ago. So this don't surprise me. I think it's just more so of a thing of where people who are wanting to aspire to be rappers, and they also have a street mentality, and they are in the streets, and they try to marry those things together of trying to talk about their real life. I mean, it wouldn't be no difference if they wouldn't rapping. It was just going to happen regardless. Dead or in jail. We all know that narrative. Dead or in jail. The only difference is because they are rapping, they are saying this egregious shit. Then it's like, well, when we go into the courthouse and we speaking on behalf of Young Thug, we saying, well, it's art. But at the same time, he telling you these my real ops. So it's kind of like a blurred narrative. What are we supposed to do in this situation as regular consumers? Because honestly, I don't want to support somebody who's sitting there taunting a woman whose child died. I don't want to support that. I don't care what child issue was. I don't want to sit here and support you being the cause of somebody else's pain.
Yeah, man, that's all they do, man. That's the trend for these little young drill niggas. I'll be damned before I wake up and a big back Blackistani is raiding my pantry. Then for the win, motherfucking Grinch, man. So, let's.
What did happen to Foolio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven.
That's the same cut. What's name?
Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. Nah, wait, that boy, he had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that nigga making people mama cry. So it's some people relieved, wiping their forehead saying, "Oh Lord, thank you." And then there's some people crying, said, "Oh, we gonna miss one leg, one foot." Oh, that's what the Indians would call him. The Indians give you a name: Blackfoot, Lightfoot, The Indians come up with pale skin. So you know we go
Hey man, listen, Charleston White is that nigga, bro. Listen, I don't know how he walks around, bro. Like just purposely egregious, offensive, and whatever. Everywhere Charleston White go after he leave there, niggas be like,
"Oh, please, Jesus, let me kill this nigga."
I'm telling you, man, I just like there's no way this man, like, bro, it like you said, but I think he said even a couple of times where like he got ran up on or whatever. So, bro, a lot of dudes stall him out because he's just an old ass man. He's a little old fella that's, you know, hey, it is what it is, right?
Charleston White ain't no big ass man. That man like 5'8". He little, and they run up on him thinking that they gonna intimidate him. But I mean, he tell you everything about him. So if you feel like you wanna, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm in Dallas. These niggas is nothing like you think they are. They not pussy.
Now go ahead.
Now that's what I was saying. Like I don't give a damn what part you come from over here. I don't give a fuck if you talking about Fort Worth, Arlington. They literally was they caught a couple guys coming out of an apartment over here in Arlington and set them on fire.
Damn.
Like don't get me wrong, Houston is Houston and shit like that. But it's a lot of shit that is local that don't never make the news because it's not a large amount of it being terrible that happens. But please don't get it fucked up. Charleston White be over in Fort Worth by Stop 6. And if you don't know what Stop 6 is, I'm telling
you. He stay in the strip clubs and shit or whatever. So hey,
he be outside. These are his stomping grounds. And I'm telling you now, everybody talk about Oak Cliff. It ain't just Oak Cliff in South Dallas and all them other. It get wicked around here. Don't think these folks just somebody. He ain't somebody you can just run up on. He tell you that if you want to take that risk, you go ahead because he's a little skinny petite man. But he ain't somebody who just gonna take no ass whooping laying down. If you whoop his ass, you're gonna have to go ahead and give him one.
Well, I can tell you he can't shoot, so you ain't got to worry about that.
He can slam though. He'll cut a motherfucker with that blade. He good at the knife.
Yeah, he can close. He close. He good in close quarters. But like I said, you ain't got to worry about him shooting you. The nigga can't shoot to save his life. Now,
I got 3 STDs in the club right now.
Now to even come out and say this, I'm hoping this is a skit. This is crazy.
Look at his
nigga say he got 3 STDs in the club right now, and he missing at least one, if not 2 teeth. Let's see.
And I can still get bitches missing teeth and all. You don't believe me? Watch this. I'm gonna show you niggas I ain't playing. Watch this. Excuse me, what's your name?
How you doing?
What's your name?
Teyana.
Teyana? Yeah. I'm saying. Can I get to know you? Can I get to know you tonight?
Yeah, you can get to know me.
You come home. Let me hug. I got 3 STDs.
Now again, is that the brother closed the deal with the 3 STDs and the missing teeth? I don't know, but you know, he said, "Can he get to know her?" And this is what you niggas be talking about, like, you know, being, you know, outside live in person and all this other shit. That's cool, that's fine, or whatever, man. Do we know he closed the deal? I don't know, but the 3 STD shit, man, is just wild to me. For a nigga to even say that, nigga, how your motherfucking dick itching and dripping, nigga? What's going on here? Okay. If you got 3 of them, if you got 3 STDs, that means at least one of them you can't get rid of. Okay.
The only thing that I would say about that is when people saying shit like this happen, stop trying to denounce it by your own personal experience. Because it's more motherfuckers out here like him than we actually are willing to address that are willing to do that. And it's not just men. I know they love to put that stigma on me. You don't go to the doctor, this, and the third, especially black men. That's cool and all. But it was just last year, them syphilis rates in Houston was for women.
Yeah.
So just when people are telling y'all the shit like this happening and this is their experience, just stop denouncing it. Like, just stop denouncing it, because 1 in 3 people got a fucking STD down there.
Hey, listen, man, and then like you said, in certain places, man, it's 1 and 2, like especially like that. Atlanta, Houston,
Mississippi.
It's no way. Listen, man, I'm importing all my pussy. Listen, certain places, baby, listen, now you from here, I gotta import.
You got the
I gotta
You
import
know
that.
what?
I gotta
It's
import it.
imported
I gotta
from
import it,
UT.
baby. I gotta from
You gotta
IA.
ship it.
Hey, I gotta ship it in.
You
Hey,
gotta wait till song come in stock. You checking
hey,
your inventory.
it gotta be within. Hey, nothing within the 50-mile radius. Goddamn, fuck that shit. No, no, ma'am. Listen. I done came too far. I give you who the fuck I look like being 40 with a goddamn STD I can't get rid of. Fuck out of here.
Been sexually active with one person for 4 years, and if that happens to change, it's because it's gonna be well fucking worth it. But I don't want to move around like that, and that don't mean that you being sexually active with one person can't give you nothing, or that something can't be lying dormant. But the risk factor is, much more short. That's it.
Yeah, man. Now, what's your take on this? You heard about this shit? NBA Baddies basketball tournament in New Jersey. Nothing but ass has been canceled. The nothing but ass tournament has been canceled.
Because I'm sick of seeing them wide body, botch body, bitch ass bitches walking around doing it.
So we'll get to y'all. Let's we'll give you the details out.
School raises outrage among parents as well as students.
First of all, I want to start off by saying I apologize to the whole city of Newark, New Jersey.
Organizers of the NBA Baddies basketball tournament set for July at Westside High School posting an apology for the now canceled tournament. It would have featured women wearing bikinis going head-to-head on the court for a $10,000 cash prize. But after that promotional video made its rounds on social media, parents asking how a video so graphic was allowed to be made on school grounds.
Listen, man, you niggas, like, I don't get it, man. And same thing we get. This is worse than having a Sexy Red visits, and who was the other person that they had visit the high school that was just completely totally inappropriate, bro. And it's just like, huh? Well, I think it was a female. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Sukihana.
I don't think it was Suki.
Yeah, one of the biggest ones was Sexy Red, and I forget who the other person was. But either way, right?
I aside from the character she plays, I like Suki as a person. When she not doing that extra shit on the internet, her as a person, I like her. Sexy Red, she 26. That's who she is. Suki a liar.
Oh, okay. So Sexy Red ain't tripping. Or I mean, she ain't pretending. So look at
No, she's not pretending. That's who she is. I know people who know her for real. That's really who she is. But then again, like I said, she ain't too far. Well, yeah, she's 26. She ain't too far removed from her prepubescent age of the premature adult. She just now turned 26 in April.
Let's see what this shit is. Hold on. There she go. Look at this one right here. Here we go. What was the next one? Yeah, here we go. And here's the woman of the hour, not of the hour, but of topic right now. Speak of the devil. Listen, man, this is not a pretty woman. I let you niggas hear me out. You hear me out, niggas, and I could and I would and all this and other. Look, bro, no, you took that makeup off of her, and y'all seen she got bad skin. The woman is sexually irresponsible as fuck. Hell, did she just have a baby?
Yeah, I don't think that's a recent picture. They've been AIing a lot of her pictures lately. I don't think that's a recent picture because she barely wears makeup.
Okay, well,
but statement still stands to me. I just, I mean, I'm not attracted to women, but also to Sexy Red do look like she is a walking STD. Her body fire, but she looks like she's a walking STD.
Yeah, man. And Buddy said, weed, fried chicken, liquor, cough syrup, and unbalanced pH. Get it sexy in the little song they be singing, right? And then we got this next young lady right here that's going to live her life by the Sexy Red lyrics. And what I told you niggas yesterday, niggas don't know how to separate. Niggas don't know how to separate fucking real life from entertainment. Okay. Now, this woman, I think they said she's like 4'11" or something, right?
How tall are you?
4'8".
4'8". I'm sorry, 4'8". So with the heels on, she about like 4'11". So this is a 4'8" woman. Now listen to her voice.
How old are you?
25.
4'8", 25 years old. Listen to her.
You sure?
I'm sure I have ID.
What's your type?
I like hood niggas. Hood niggas.
Why?
That tote guns and sell drugs like Sexy Red said.
Hood niggas that tote guns and sell drugs, like Sexy Red said. Unfortunately, man, this is not our complete and total future. This is a part of our future, and this is we talk about why this Sexy Red shit so fucking detrimental because
that's her peer.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
This is a correlation of saying, even though these women are in different type of arenas, they probably ain't never met each other before. The mentality is there, and that's something we are responsible for watching because these is grown women now. So we battling against them.
Yeah, these are gonna be mothers, man. These are gonna be mothers, and the leaders of the teachers of the next group of women eventually.
Why?
Because I know they gonna protect me. I can't do no square ass man. Cause baby, if some shit go left, you gonna be scared. I need a nigga that's ready to on go.
Now, we had a young lady on the other night because we were having a similar conversation. What is this myth about the only niggas that are able to have protection are criminal niggas, crash out niggas, street niggas? Why is that as if like the majority of people that own fire?
If you seen that SYBM SM group, they're actually the ones who enable this because I personally know a nigga in the suburbs will do you in the same way a nigga from the hood will. Yeah. I know that. Like I don't limit the aggression of a man to his placement in society. But I'll also say I think it goes back to stereotyping when you were kind of like watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because everybody thought Carlton was a square. They thought he was weak. They thought he was the bitch ass nigga. And Will was supposed to, because he was cool, he was supposed to be the one who was the badass. But we seen Will get his ass beat, and we seen Carlton stepping. Will ran from Philly because he was finna get his ass beat. He went to fucking LA, got his ass beat. He went to LA, got shot, and Carlton was the one who was holding a pistol. Carlton was the one who was ready to fight. So I think it's more so of stereotyping and stigma that they try to push this narrative like, hey, clean cut, unproblematic men who have no criminal record, they're the ones who are, nice citizens in the community and they won't bother anybody. This is not just something that women think. This is something that also men think, because for some reason, every time abuse comes up, they feel like the only men that can abuse women are the ones that are street attached or gang associated. And the records show that it's military men, it's police officers, it's doctors, and it's lawyers that's the most fucking abusive. So I hate the mentality. I hate that they try to make it seem like men who just get up and go do their job every day don't have the ability to be a protector or to be a fighter, regardless. Just be a fighter. And I don't understand why all these women are planning in their head for some unknown event. What point in time are you bitches around all this violence? That's not real life. What's going on to where you got to have somebody, they finna get ready to be on go and they train to just move like they a fucking militia. That's not real life. Nobody is experiencing violence to that high degree of rate at all.
You say you like hood niggas. What are you looking for? I don't know.
I need you to protect me. I need you to stand on business. I need you to make that money. I need you to pay the bills.
So what you going to be doing?
I'm the woman. Like, you want me? You need to be working harder than me. I shouldn't be working harder than you. You the man. My mama never fuck with no nigga that can't take care of her. You need to pay them bills.
Gotta pay them bills.
Yeah, you gotta pay them bills. We not cheap around here.
Lord Jesus. A person that's 4'8", maybe 100 pounds. Sound like she 57, been smoking Newport fucking motherfucking 100s her whole life. And again, man, we come to this bullshit as to where she want a hood nigga. Well, love, hey, stick to the motherfucking traps and the bandos that you used to. We gonna let you stay in the streets where you want to be, like Donnell Jones.
And then stop. It's about time to stop fighting it, because there are men who are for those type of women. Let them go be with them type of women. Just let them. Like, stop trying to change the mindset of the women. Stop being inclusive to them being in your spaces. Stop trying to make it seem like those women were never going to be nothing more than what they are. They're a fucking plague, and there are men for them, and those men are Foolio.
Exactly.
And King Von.
Adore Bobby. Say what's bragging, Bobby.
Now, I saw your comments on this one too. We gonna let you have this one, but for you guys, remember you niggas tried to jump on me yesterday and say you fantastic, you was wrong. They weren't praising no gang culture. It was about the music. It was about camaraderie and bringing it together. Well, hold on, let's see. Who is this right here?
Say what's bragging, Bobby. On Pyro War. Adore Bobby.
Now, you go ahead and you take it away.
My only issue is y'all gotta stop trying to bully Drake about Drake's behavior in music. They all actors. They all actors. And if you're not saying that they're fucking actors, then you're admitting that they're into some degenerate shit that you claim you don't uphold, and you're supporting it because you like them. That's just what that is. As far as Bobby being there, I mean, you keep inviting people in that you say shouldn't be a part of the culture. The whole song about Not Like Us was supposed to be a cultural representation. Then why do
called a nigga a colonizer and everything? Claimed that this man got a whole black daddy. And I think
calling him white. Literally, Rick Ross got on the song and called him a white boy. Yeah. Literally, y'all keep saying he's cosplaying being black in one of the songs in Euphoria. You say you don't want to hear him say nigga no more. You're questioning his blackness, but you okay with an actual white woman being there. I just don't get it. You got to make it make sense for me, because Not Like Us is about cultural appropriation. And you're telling a black man that there is a specific way to be black. Drake is black. And then you mentioned, he said he was Jewish. Well, there are black Jews that exist. So I don't really understand here what the narrative is.
And like you said, you can't say that because you niggas jumped behind Kyrie when he went on the whole thing, right? When Kyrie talked about the black Jews or whatever, niggas went hard body. So you can't be like, well, whatever. The man, like, come on, bro, what are we doing here? But it's funny, right? We talk about this whole nigga thing. You can't say nigga. Who can't say nigga? Let's see what's going on right here. So again, hold on, I just want to hit. So I don't. We're on like. So if you guys couldn't hear it, it's like 3 niggas, right? 3 niggas have been said, and there's not a nigga in sight. This is all Asian. This is like 100%, or at least 99.99% Asian crowd. Okay, an Asian event, and every nigga is a nigga to the ninjas. Okay, the original ninjas use nigga more than niggas. Okay, I don't know if y'all knew this. But every time you see a little Asian kid doing something, nigga, I don't know, man. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, Rob, I know. I do this, man. Yeah, I know. But yeah, man, this is what we have here. This is in the Bay Area. I don't want to say Oakland specifically. Look at these Asians, man. Look at these Asians. The most educated, the highest earners. Look at them. Where's the Asian hate? Who's fucking perpetrating all this Asian hate? I know Tyreek and she's fucking just loving this shit right here, this type shit, because they love using this example for. But what's your take on this?
I just don't get it. Like, we see this and then we try to make it seem like these be
Oh, my bad.
These be the people that they be vouching for to try and make it seem like, oh, they didn't mean no harm. You know, they cool, this, that, and the third. But I guess what's funny to me, and I made a tweet about it the other day when I was like, I like seeing racism on Twitter because it exposes that there are still people out here who think like this, or that a mass of Black people who just refuse to acknowledge it. Not white people, not Asian people, not anybody else. There's a group of Black people that just feels like, oh, I don't experience this. This isn't real. This means nothing, or it's not harmful. But when you see things like this, and you see that they do know what we experience, they do know our plight. You don't just start saying nigga and not get the history of it. It's no such thing. You don't just say it and you say it casually, and then people don't tell you, hey, this is where that word comes from, whether it's in your own race or in the Black race. And then not only do they grow up saying it, they know it's a slur, and then they still choose to be dismissive. But my issue is not with them. It's more so with the Black people who will see one or two of them in a crowd and want to invite them in and feel like just because they like them, they're not harmful.
Indeed.
And I just feel the same way when it comes to the Bobby thing. Like, I like Bobby and I like her platform, but let's be clear. We know her because of Funny Marco. She had a very much so wide, broad platform without Funny Marco. And it's just okay to let people stay on their side of the track. They don't let you in. Beyonce had to Debo her way into being the country music, and we made country.
Okay, let's see where we at. We're doing next. Where am I at? Okay, so I think we wanted it down. Oh, this one right here. He got us, y'all. This nigga got us. Now, I'm not gonna say that the fucking what's the name thing wasn't true about him losing the job or whatever, but this nigga got us, man. This motherfucking macho ass nigga. This nigga fucking got us, bro. Out here doing this. That's why I like, look, bro. I don't listen. That's why I never really promote the money thing niggas got going on, because everybody's out here trying to do a little something or whatever, so on and so forth. So to give you guys some reference, right? So in between this and this, the niggas at the club throwing money out, but you just lost your job. At the same time, you got a fucking PayPal up. Prime, you seen this shit, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. And again, yeah, man. Come on, look at this shit, man.
Hey, bro. Hey. What's up, man? I know you. Yeah. You Weapon X. You just did me a favor by tapping in with Weapon X, the promiscuous slayer. Oh, shit. Fuck out of here.
Oh, Jesus, let me kill this nigga.
This nigga got me looking crazy as hell right now, man. This is why you can't advocate for niggas.
He just made everything up. But honestly, I can't even be mad at him for trolling, because I feel like it reaffirmed for him, people wanted to see him fail. And he won in the end anyways. But he said the girl that he chose never even called him for a date after that.
Yeah. I just hate when niggas do it this way, man. It's so many ways to like you know what I mean? Yeah, to like, but nigga, for you to run headlong into the fucking Ninja Turtle shit, bro. Like, nigga, you got on a costume and you
it don't give what he think it gave. We just
extreme burpees in the middle of a fucking Walmart. Nick, what is? Come on, man. Somebody call the fucking people, man. Call the police. They need a straight jack come pick this nigga up. Now, I'm gonna gift you niggas with this one. Here you go. Let me see. Here we go. I'm gonna show y'all this, and then I'm gonna put the link in the chat, so you know what I'm saying, you can peruse it at your own risk. This is Twitter, nigga. It is not the same. So we ain't no way we finna go down to these comments on this. But your girl, she done changed the hair up.
She stole. She stole.
Oh, my bad. Explain it to us, Paris. This
She
ain't my expertise.
literally stole Nicki Minaj's whole entire flow. Even the background here with the bang and the color, like this is very much so copyright of Nicki Minaj back in the day, 2006 era. Nicki Minaj drill shit. This is very much so like, don't get me wrong, the song was fly as fuck, but even down to her flow, she took Nicki's whole flow. Like, it's just Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj. And I just hate that it wasn't original because it was actually fucking good.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so you brothers can look at that. That's all I'm gonna say about this. You see what she say right here. Let's start a fat butt thread. And again, this is Twitter, so we shall not okay be going into these motherfucking comments. No, that's not Lotto, that's Ice Spice.
That's Ice Spice.
And we shall not be going into the comments on that one. But like I said, I bless you brothers on this Sunday. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? You go in there if you dare. I wouldn't be in the public doing it though. At least not with nobody over your shoulder. But there you go.
Get you one of them screen, the private screen.
Yeah, you definitely on Twitter, bro. Listen, bro. Oh my God. When I tell you, motherfucking, you are never safe in fucking with Twitter, man.
It don't matter what you follow or who you follow. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Before you play the algorithm, that it's not how Twitter works now is if you are a person who can get into the algorithm and go viral, then you're gonna be pushed to other algorithms. That's just how it works. And whatever you typically like and follow, that is also coming along with you, even if you don't engage with it. So people you don't see, things you don't talk about. That's why I said now I'm in WNBA Twitter and I ain't even got a fucking thought on the WNBA.
Oh my God, I can't stand all these fucking WNBA fucking enthusiasts
I'm seeing
and
people
analysts.
I'm even engaged with on my fucking media.
Get the fuck off my shit. You tough, bitch. You tough. You tough. You tough. You tough. You tough. You tough. You tough, bitch. You tough.
What do you say, man?
Oh, man. Come back. Come back. Come back, bitch. This bag is going in, right? Get off my property.
Now, this is why they don't want you niggas around. Okay? Even when you get money, what they say? You can take the nigga out the hood, but you cannot take the hood out the nigga. So basically, you got this woman, them having some type of dispute or whatever with her and the daughter, which is Polo G's mom and his sister or whatever. I don't know what the situation was. She's at the house, but they pretty tell her to get out the fucking house. This woman shooting inside the house, then she shoots another shot outside the house, and you know. But Paris, what you got for us on this one?
I just feel so many different emotions about this because, for one, what is it going on that would make your mama shoot you or shoot at you or want you to shoot you? Then you looking at the dynamic of everybody in the scenario. This to me says this is normal. And the way that I picked it up that this is normal is because nobody tried to stop her.
Yeah.
It was multiple men out there. Nobody tried to stop her. The man
nobody ran. Nobody ducked for cover.
Afraid. The man who was in the green, he went back to packing the truck, and she went and fired another shot. This is normal. That tells me these children were raised in a hostile environment. They may be adults now, but I can only imagine what they were dealing with when they were growing up. I'm not familiar with Polo G's music. I don't know him. Someone said one of his lyrics in his songs was, "I used to think my mama hated me, but then I got rich and I'm like the golden child." that's loosely quoted because I read it. So don't take that verbatim, but that's around the type of situation that he put in his songs. And the daughter actually went on Twitter and she said she was having a manic episode, and apparently she kind of like tore up the house. But this video was leaked to, well, it was sent to a family member. The family member fell out with the mom and then exposed it to the blogs.
Damn shame, man.
So that just tells me again, this is normal. Because if the family member seen the fucking ring light camera, and this been months ago, but her and the mom have issues all the time, they get into it all the time. I don't think it's like a situation with Blueface where, you know, the mom and daughter arguing over his money, but that shit just terrible, bro. I don't even really know what to say about it because there's not enough context around to justify like who is right or who is wrong. But if you're just looking at the overview of it, this is normal. This is common. And I don't see a reason why a mother would want to shoot their child. She basically told her, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out.
Yeah, and that's like I said, I can never figure out a situation as to where it would be that, you know what I'm saying, outside of me, they got a gun and they trying to get me up out of here. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? As much as I wouldn't advise it or even condone it, I could much more understanding, you'd be more understanding of a fight, like some physical altercation with a kid, with your own kid, than like you said, threatening their life, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, that shit for me.
I can understand the fight. That happens where, you know, sometimes kids get fed up and they just like, you ain't finna keep beating my ass. And, you know, you have some people where their mentality is like, when you disrespect me, I don't see family. I see you another motherfucker that disrespected me, so we finna do whatever. But even then, I just feel like it just don't make sense to me. I don't really know what to make of that situation. I just think it's terrible because you can tell it's normal.
Dope. And this one right here, we'll let you close it out with this one.
Remy Ma son charged for a convicted murder to hire back in 2021 was just picked up a couple days ago. She put out a statement that saying she's standing behind her son and still proclaims his innocence. I'm gonna just be honest. She failed. She's a failure at everything she does. When she came home from prison, she had the perfect life. She had a husband. She ended up having a baby. She couldn't carry any more children. Got blessed with another baby by her husband for her to share a husband. Her son following in her footsteps of, you know, murder for hire. Even if he's not a predominantly rich kid, he's better off than most. Whatever's going on, it just shouldn't be. That's just how I feel about it. But I do feel like Remy, her son, and Papoose' oldest daughter, aside from his guidance, they raised themselves. And I saw that kind of from Love and Hip Hop. They just kind of had like they just too cool with their kids. They were just on some, you know what, we gonna let y'all rock it out. You know, y'all just do y'all thing once they got to a certain age. And I just don't agree with that because as long as they under your house and in your purview, you still have a right for correction.
Yeah, and like I said, I hate that trend of parents being their friends and parent pals type shit.
Yeah.
Look, bro, I literally had to tell my kids that, and they were kind of hurt, but I had to tell them, like, look, I'm not your friend, not your friend, and I'm never gonna really be your friend. I'm gonna be your dad. You know what I'm saying? As you get older and you're grown, our the things we can talk about and the things that we can discuss and, the level of respect will change. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult, so I'm going to treat you as such, but I'm still your dad. So you're never going to be like my homie or my partner or, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or none of that shit. But like you said, man, society, I blame society for this. It ain't just black people. You know what I mean? It's not.
It's not just black people.
Yeah.
We see it all the time where, I mean, shit, fucking Joe Biden's son. We got
Hunter Biden, oh my God,
president's son. He's the perfect fucking example, bro. Like, that's why I just hate when they try to stigmatize black people. Joe Biden has a son right now who just got convicted And
Yep.
he does heinous shit. He got an abuse record. He done abused women. We know he does drugs. He slept with his brothers, his dead brother's wife. Like he does everything immoral. Everything. He does not have a good track record of doing nothing right.
Indeed, man. My take on this shit is like you said, hey, like mother, like son, and the mother is a fucking father. Listen, Remy Ma, and to me, man, Remy Ma was fine as a motherfucker. That's why another perfect example. Even out the makeup and shit, I don't know why she wears it, why she does it. She's always had a banging ass body. You know, whatever, she looked pretty face, pretty aesthetics, all this shit, so on and so forth. But you know, she aging backwards, as they say. You know, she's trying to hold on to her second childhood as long as possible. And she had the biggest simp of the century, you know, this nigga that held her down and, like you said, did all this shit. This nigga went on a campaign, bro. Free Remy, all this other shit when the bitch shouldn't have been freed ever. She luckily she didn't kill her friend, but gut shot her friend in the stomach over a little bit of fucking money, right? Over some shit that she could have got back or whatever. The principal wasn't even worth it. Sat down, did the time. Man stayed loyal. Like you said, she got out, got pregnant late, had a healthy fucking child and baby. Then she cheat on the nigga with an imposter of him.
Ruined her fucking marriage.
Cheated on the nigga with an imposter of what he was. I told him when they did that shit, Paris, I was like, look, I ain't got no problem with shit right here, but I can tell you what, but it definitely finna hold her down like them 8 years like I did, because I'm about to plant some dope in her car and a dirty pistol and call the police.
Bitch gotta go. Oh,
Hey,
you wasted 7 years of my goddamn life.
Hey, gun and dope, nigga.
Son.
Hey, gun and dope. Hey, nigga, you finna put in the same work I put in, partner, player. Hold her down while she behind the motherfucking bars, nigga.
And she'll never get that. And that's what's so crazy, because it's like, I called it out. You're never gonna see women try and call that out. They more so were making the comparison of, well, women hold down men in jail all the time. Well, because men go to jail in a much more higher number than
higher rate. Thank you. Yeah.
At an extremely high, like at an enormous. Bro, I'm from Arkansas. I worked in Arkansas. Arkansas used to have 2 female prisons. They have one female prison now, because they don't need a lot, but damn near every fucking county has a prison for men.
Yeah.
Literally every county. Arkansas has one of the worst prison systems in the world, and they're still 110% overpopulated, to the point where my cousin at one point in time walked around 2 years before they came and picked him up, because they didn't have a bed available to house his ass for violating probation. So the comparisons about who does what in a relationship, it's just stupid. She was wrong. She's been wrong. She tore up her family, and she has something that most women would die to have. It's just her husband altogether. And it goes back to Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. When you're talking about the faces of Black love, her husband was really the person who came up with the fucking logo and started saying it and made it something to be trending. And he also said Love and Hip Hop, and they had merch that was literally sitting around. He started selling Black love merch.
Damn, you right. I didn't even think about that.
Black love.
Damn, you're right. Because like I didn't, you know, I don't keep up with fucking.
They made a whole fucking show on Oprah on network called Black Love, and Papoose was the one who literally started saying the shit.
Damn, bro, crazy. And lo and behold, now his old lady, you know, she out here in the street having a princess birthday party and shit, and she 40. She got Remy Ma got to be in her 40s. She got to be in her 40s. I know she's older than me. But you know, and out here jumping from random motherfucking struggle fucking battle rapper dick. Crazy, bro. And the sad part about it, like you said, man, that's why I keep saying this. Hey man, if you want to get married, brother, go right ahead. But I'm gonna have no sympathy for you when that shit go. If and when it goes south. I'm just not. I can't do it, bro. If you get married normally from 2024 and beyond, hey man, it's just on you. And again, you're making the decision to do so. Let me read these super chats real quick. Hey, the links in the chat, man. If y'all want to come up, too, by the way, it's should be pinned to the top.
Come talk to us. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all in here in the chat, and I like this shit.
On Sunday, goddamn, y'all know y'all want to come up here and talk some shit. Shout out to my man Dane C again. Greatly appreciate your brother for the 2. It's popular to be a degenerate. Hey, for niggas, it's the most popular, bro. That's the only way you're gonna get popping. Shout out to Will's Wardrobe for the 5. I greatly appreciate you, brother. I hate thinking that these are future mothers of our children. Exactly, man. It's crazy, bro. It really is.
Not me. Not me.
Shout out to Grinch again for the 10. Bruh, LMAO, why would anybody sign up for that? These hard fours on all fours for some Dior and they still poor. Bars. Yeah, indeed, bro. Listen, they'll do anything, bro. You already seen that where they do buy shit. Shout out to Grinch again for the 20. Ain't nothing but some money. The future is interracial. If you can't date out 9 times out of 10, you're doomed. This is where black women stop being upwardly mobile and their children end up in the custody of the state. Black men have options. Use them or die.
That's not true.
20. DeAndre for the 5. Appreciate your brother. J. Cole a half-breed too. He has a whole white brother, but because he so pro-black, people forget about that. I didn't know he had a whole white brother. I didn't know that. I know
his mama white. Doja Cat is half white. Fucking Lotto half white. And hell, Iggy Azalea, her ass all white. Amber Rose half white. Like, yeah. They be letting motherfuckers in.
Shout out to Grinch again for another 10. Appreciate you, bro. What will make a black woman shoot at their own children? Well, she's a black mother.
We not gonna act like that shit normal. That ain't normal. That ain't something you associate with black women ever.
And shout out to One Solo for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. I heard she used her last backwood. Mama don't play. So that's the explanations for the shooting at our daughter, man. We got my man William, Playboy Williams in the building. What's up with your brother? Go right ahead.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
I was liking what I was seeing. I don't really pay attention to Twitter or nothing, so I was just looking at all the content, man. I was like, oh man, I'm out of touch.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. I mean, trying to tell y'all, man. Yeah, Twitter is where a lot of this stuff comes from.
Yeah, because I get a lot of my info off of Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So
they usually be delayed. If you're on Instagram pulls from Twitter. But like Twitter is the first place where everything comes breaking news. You have newscasters on Twitter. They stream live. They tweet live because you can type more. You can actually like do everything from your page. So anytime somebody's pulling the content, you got to show the person that you're pulling it from. So cross transfer of information. If you get the opportunity, you should make a page and kind of just scroll and check it out. And use the suggestions page when you first log in to kind of gauge to see who you would and would like to follow it. It's not for everybody, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I had one 10 years ago, but I don't know. I didn't know nothing about it then. I was just told, man, you need to get caught up on, I'm a little older, so I've been kind of behind. So I'm trying to, catch up with all of y'all. So.
He done went on, got on the phone. You got anything about any of the topics? Anything else you wanted to add to?
Well, I was looking at all the stuff. I was soaking so much in, just like with the Charleston White, and then it was going so into so much. I was just like, I don't know which one to attack for real. But I mean, as far as like the mothers and all of that stuff go, I can agree with some of the things that mothers do, because my mother and my aunts, man, they were hell on earth, man. So if it wasn't for my father, I don't think I would be here. But my mother and my aunts, man, they were beasts out here.
Now, one thing I will acknowledge is I have seen where women, when they sons start getting bigger, they feel like that they're challenging their authority when the sons start to like say things or make them feel a certain type of way. So they do become a lot more violent in how they try to reprimand the boys. I just ain't never seen no shit like this about a woman shooting at her daughter. I've just never seen it before. I haven't even seen something to that nature of when women sleeping with the same man that their daughter's sleeping with. I ain't never seen that before.
I'm in Kentucky, so I've seen a little bit of everything. You know, I mean, because I mean, it's not only mixed out here, but I mean, it was kind of hard times if you go to certain projects of your family live certain ways. So I got to see the best and the worst of both worlds. Like, I mean, and a lot of my friends, they had issues with their families. Some were raised by single mothers, some was raised with both parents, but I mean, most of them, a lot of them was raised by single mothers, and they caught it. You know, they caught it. My mother's lifestyle was pretty wild when I was young, but she started to change as I got older. But I never tried her though. I wasn't stupid enough to do that. But because I still had my father, so he was the balance of everything. She was wild. And then now she's been in a relationship for 30 years though. But beforehand, it was just up and down with them women.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's a thing where it doesn't happen. I just don't think it's normal. Like, you might hear your mama talk about, oh, she hit me with a broom. Or, she hit somebody with a frying pan. Even then, that shit's not okay, but it's normal. Like, oh, this sound kind of like some shit that'll happen. Like, she hit me with a shoe. Or, she threw something at me where her violence done exasperated to a point where she trying to hit a child of hers with the object, even if the child is an adult or a teenager. Like, you hear this shit happening. I just ain't ever like, that's not normal for a woman to be like, I'm gonna shoot my child, let alone her girl child. Typically, when it comes to the discipline with a girl child, it's a fight. I'm gonna humble her by whooping her ass like she a bitch out of the street. And they'll tell you that. You try me, I'm gonna fight you like a bitch in the street. That's what.
Yeah, yeah, that's real. Hey, that's typical black family right there. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate aspect of it, like you said. And it's not getting any better. Like you said, these kids are told that they grown. Hell, these girls are encouraged to fucking act like they grown. A lot of they grown.
They are.
Yeah. So it's not gonna get reversed, man. That's the sad part about it. I don't think a lot of people understand or realize, or it just hadn't dawned on them. Stuff usually never, progresses as much as it regresses as much as it progresses, and it's just never gonna return to the time of what it was for like our parents and grandparents and stuff like that. And you just got to mitigate it, on an individual basis and personally as best you can. Make sure you're doing your part. Make sure you are parenting your kids and nieces, nephews, and whatever the kids close to you. But hey, man, and try to have enough of an impact on them as to where your word, your opinion will always be more important than any outside source. That's the hardest part.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they're trying, and they're trying to do it in the wrong way though, because I don't believe in that gentle parenting shit. Like when we try to make it seem like our grandparents and our elders were so much better. No, the fuck they weren't. They're the reason why now people have to take into consideration other people's feelings and suffering in silence and depression because they were mean. They didn't give a fuck what they said to you. They didn't care how they treated you. They were violent. First thing my daddy used to tell me is y'all mouth smart. If y'all had been growing up when y'all was growing up, your teeth would have been knocked in the back of your throat. So it's like they weren't better. They were not better when it came to raising. It was just that in that intricate fear you had of knowing I don't want these problems. And that what made the difference. Today, instead of them wanting their children to fear them, they want to be their children's friend. But what we're seeing is the issue is not between in the household with them having the issue. They're going to be nuances to society. they're going to fuck with and bother other people. And that's what we having the issue. Like, your child's special to you. I'm gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of different with our generation. Like, I could see the history kind of repeats itself in a way because how we were raised. Then I have my kids, and now I'm a grandfather as well. So it's like I see why my parents treated my kids, you know, softer and all of that. And now I'm doing it with my grandkids where I'm like, nah, leave them alone. And I'm being the softer side because my parents did it with my kids. So
And with age, you learn shit wasn't that much of a big deal. What's happening is when you become a parent, you feel like you have to protect your child. So it's the overcompensation of trying to control their behavior before they do something. But when the elders come around and they're softer and they're lax and they're telling you it's not a big deal, it's because it's inevitable for them to learn the shit you're trying to protect them from.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
What it do? What it do? How y'all doing? What up? What up? Fantastic.
What's up with you,
What up,
bro?
Mr. William? How you doing, Paradise?
I'm doing good. How you doing on this Sunday?
Man, amazing. I can't complain at all. Just cooked a good ass meal. But I honestly want to say this though. In most cases, you know what I mean, I think that parents, you got to think about it, like, regardless of the fact of you being 60 years old, 30 years old, it's all about experience and wisdom and the things that you actually experienced and been through in your life that makes you wiser and a better person, right? I guess, or whatever the case may be. I think a lot of our parents or our grandparents and stuff like that just did the best they could for the best they could. They just raised the kids the best they could, man. You know, they ain't had no real. You got to think about the parents that came before them, you know, and the parents that came before them, and the parents that came before them. Like my daughter, she's 16 now. She lived. I believe she lives very well. You know, she got she got a decent house. She got a 2-3 car garage. She chilling. You know what I mean? She got her own room. Like, it's certain stuff that I didn't have that she has that I'm like, man, she doing shit. I got her situated way better than I was situated when I was her age. You know what I mean? But she not looking at it like that. That's already her life. She already there. It's already normal to her. She thinks that it's terrible. She's supposed to be living in a mansion. She's supposed to be in a big, you know what I mean? Like, and then I go back and I think about my life and I'm like, man, I had a room. Me and my brother, we had to share a room. You know
Share
what I
baby.
mean? And you know what I'm saying? And
Let somebody stand with us.
yeah, but then you got to think about it and go back. My mama, I used to talk to her before she passed, and my mama used to tell me that shit. They ain't even used to wear shoes sometimes.
Never even
You
got
know
new
what I
clothes.
mean?
They got clothes down from. They had to keep clothes tacked up from their previous siblings. You know, it was never a thing. But like even when their whole diameter around the way money works was literally you move it along just enough to make sure that everybody had enough to eat. Everything outside of eating wasn't important if the bills was paid.
Right. So I'm like, man, we ain't had that much food. I had to share a room with my brother and all this extra stuff that I'm complaining about. But if you go back and look at their life, they had it way worse, but then they had it better than their parents had it for them. You know what I mean? Their parents was working in the cotton fields, picking cotton and stuff like that. Then their parents were actually slaves. So it's like, you know, we always complaining about how our parents are or how our situation is instead of just appreciating what we do have in front of our face, man. Straight up.
I can agree to that, but I'll also say that our complaints shouldn't be minimized because they had a bad situation, because this is my reality, right? So when, to what you're saying, it's kind of like somebody telling me, oh, well, because you ain't got money to make this bill, you shouldn't complain because there's homeless people out here. Okay, that's their issue, right? That don't make my issue less important to me, because my child ain't raised in today's, they weren't raised then, they're raised today. So whatever they're dealing with that shit today. And whatever they're dealing with hits my household. So the same way your parents had their own situation of how they were raised, and they're sitting there looking at you like you're ungrateful. I hate the ideology that we're ungrateful because they're providing a better life. But one, they ain't asked to be here. But two, it's not my problem because the world changed. I'm adapting to this shit. You the person who's supposed to give me the tools and resources in order to know how to mitigate this. But I'm not the person or the reason why you think I'm ungrateful, because I can't relate to your upbringing. I'm not supposed to be able to. And I think that that's what fucks with me the most, because it's like, okay, well, if you didn't understand the repercussions of having children, why are you trying to make me feel guilty because you've given me a certain type of lifestyle? Maybe the way that it should be is like, we should be teaching our children to be appreciative of us sacrificing for them. Maybe that should be the thing, because we expecting children to be grateful for something that they don't know anything about. They don't know anything about nobody else's upbringing. It's not like we just got a random shack somewhere where we can go take them with an outhouse. That's not normal for them. So just because they sit around and they got a tablet and they can talk to their friends via FaceTime, and we had to write notes, or we had a beeper, or we had to share a cell phone where somebody else can pick up the other line on the house phone, that's not their fault. So maybe we should be teaching them, okay, I understand that this is normal for you, but you still should have gratitude about everything that I do for you.
Listen, I just had to do that with my damn son. This little fella told me, like, he's mad.
Oh, you was gonna cut them?
Listen,
that was the youngest one. Went.
I got kids, so I can say,
fuck them kids. Fuck the kids?
Yeah. So this little fella, you know, because I went to the Laker game, and he was mad, man. He was a little, you know, he was a little felt left. I don't say mad, but he was disappointed he didn't get to go. Ma'am, you listen, go see where the hell I was sitting in that damn Laker game. That's why I didn't take his ass. Fuck that. He
seats was lit, wasn't it?
Listen, he got to be a damn Rhodes Scholar in elementary school for that. But nah, so you know, I promised him, I'm like, hey, so you know what, we'll just let me know where you want to go and we'll go. So, you know, this whole thing or whatever, you know, I planned this. I got the tickets way back whenever, you know what I'm saying, tickets were on sale or something like that. And so for months, I'm great at keeping secrets. His mama ain't. So I couldn't even tell his mama until, like, you know what I'm saying, a week ago or like a month ago or some shit. So she wouldn't slip up and tell him. So the whole school year, you know what I'm saying, I'm mitigating this. And then he messed up. He did some, you know, some stupid, nothing egregious. We did some stupid shit in school. And I was like, look, fuck it. I'll just get rid of all this shit, get my money back, or goddamn it, I go by myself, so on and so forth. His mom like, no, don't do that. It's too harsh. It's too this, it's too that. It's whatever. I was like, all right. I still, you know what I'm saying? He still got that motherfucking belt though. But you know, I didn't take everything out of the situation. So, you know, I tell him, hey man, we're going to New York like the week before we go. And then he's like, okay. And I was like, okay. The hell you mean okay? What about thank you, motherfucker? What about you? Like you understand? I didn't leave damn Macon and go on no vacation, bro, until like I was grown. You know what I'm saying? We went to like a family reunion or something, but that wasn't no vacation. It was like a family reunion. That was like a day. So and then driving.
And that wasn't no vacation either when you're going on a trip with the church.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, so you know what I'm saying. I'm like I couldn't afford no motherfucking, you know, days trip in, you know, in New York City or California or anywhere. And I'm like, he just think it's automatic. Like Ron said it best, man. Bro, I grew up in my grandma's house for like the second part of my life. Bro, it was 5 people in a house, in a 3-bedroom house, little house, you know, like old houses, little houses. bro, they got my son got his own room. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in the house. All he's ever known is the house. This boy got a PlayStation 5 as soon as his damn came out. All this shit, and I'm just like, man, that's why, like you said, man, you definitely have to make them understand that, like, and I tell them this shit. I'm like, bro, you understand? There's kids out here that don't even have a house. It's kids in a shelter somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bigging me up and putting them down, but like you said, that when your norm becomes your norm, it's not special to you. And if you've never had to struggle like that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a big part of it where we get frustrated, not mad, but it's like your little ass just
You
don't
don't
even
understand.
know. You don't even know. You never even had, you know what I'm saying? You never had to, you know what I'm saying?
But
You
that's
never
the
had the
thing
motherfucker.
too, though. They don't know.
They
Yeah,
don't.
they
They
don't know.
They don't
literally have
even
no
know.
knowledge because the
So
reality
how?
is you're not. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Ron. I'll say this and I'll shut up. You're not taking them to homeless shelters. You're not taking them to somebody's house who is run down unless it's family. You're not allowing them to see a alternative reality of them showing poverty. They never get to see it. How would they have any type of insight to be grateful?
Yep. And then the places that you do see poverty at on TV or on music videos and stuff like that is kind of glorified a little bit.
Yeah.
And some of these young kids want to go to the hood and want to be a part of that culture or whatever the case may be. When they don't even understand that that's just really
The
survival.
trenches. Yeah.
People are in
Block.
survival mode.
Yeah. They don't understand that. They think it's cool to be associated with that. But as a person who has grown up in it and grown up around it, with the resources that we had, we were expending them out to other people, and we still didn't have. My auntie was an actual a fucking crackhead my whole life and lived with us. So the amount of exposure some children get about the reality of what it means to sacrifice and to try and keep a family together. A lot of these kids never got that. What they're saying is mama is going to work doing whatever the fuck she doing. Maybe I do or don't have an active dad, but I'm still getting everything that my heart desires. Even if I share a room, I still got Jordan. Even if I share a room, I still probably get my first car, or I still got a cell phone, the latest cell phone. I still got some money in my pocket. I still can rock Louis Vuitton or some type of name brand. Like, they literally don't miss shit because somewhere, somehow, somebody is accommodating their desire. So that's why I say I think the message is for us to stop trying to make them understand what we went through. The message should be, listen, yes, I am your parent and I am supposed to do these things for you, but you also need to understand you can be grateful for anything somebody does for you. You also should have gratitude for everything you're getting because even I don't owe you anything but food and shelter.
Yeah. I mean, what do we do? Like, how do you like my mom, when she told me that sometimes she didn't have shoes to wear, period. They had to be barefooted outside, and they might cut their feet on glass or something, and it was racism was very, very profound at that time. They used to spit on them when they was kids and stuff like that. Like, when you know about stuff like that, you're like, dang, for real? You really had to go through that type of stuff? Like, I think when we sit back and we really, chop it up with our kids and let them know a little bit of, put them a little bit in our childhood or the things that we had to go through, or even give them stories about their grandparents or their great grandparents that we know of. You know what I mean? They probably I think they look at things a little bit differently. I remember talking to my grandmother and she was telling me how she used to pick cotton. She wasn't a slave, but back in those times, they picked cotton still. And she was like, yeah, I had to, in order for me to get a certain amount of money, like $1 and some change, I had to get pounds and pounds of cotton. And they said they had to she said they had to pee on the cotton to make it heavier.
Where I'm from.
Like, what? You did that? You did all of that for how much money?
My grandma, she did that. She picked cotton. She used to pick over 300 pounds of cotton just to get $1. So I think the answer, and I say this as a person who don't have kids, but this is just kind of like one of the things of missed conversations that don't come up. one thing that I learned from my dad is men parent when they're not frustrated. Women parent when they're frustrated. And what I mean by parenting is a call for correction. Because you parenting regardless, right? Like when you feed, when you interact, when you engage in or whatever, that's still parenting. But the difference is like I was far more receptive of knowing the things that my dad went through when it wasn't a lesson attached to it. When my mama's sitting there and she's being the disciplinarian because she's frustrated and she mad and she want to whoop some ass, it's like I don't give a fuck about that. But when you sitting there and you like, oh, my dad telling me about my upbringing, he's sharing his history, he's being vocal about his life and his family, the shit interesting. The shit is really interesting because you just sitting there, you bonding. You don't realize you bonding, but I know that that is very difficult, specifically for Black men, because it forces you to talk about or unlock some shit you don't really want to sit there and have a discussion about with children. And because they are children, you're not prepared for the type of questions they gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm raising my 12-year-old niece, and I've been raising her for 10 years, and she's about to be 13 this year, and it's just me and her. And so the conversations that we have, and then I have to explain with certain things, but then I have to relearn how to raise a female differently now because it's just me and her, opposed to my other daughter, which is she's about to be 28. And she, it's just totally different because the mom had to handle that. Now I'm just strictly handling the boy and girl talks, and I have to be the nurturer and the heavy hand and everything, which she's not bad with everything. She actually listens because she got to see, some of the older ones get creamed back in the day and everything. But she's very appreciative. Now, of course, you being a female, y'all got the little sassy stuff at times.
Of course.
Now, that right there, yeah, I have to balance out sometimes. They be like, hey, we're not doing that. Yeah, like, hey, I ain't them other one. No, I ain't everybody. And, but she doesn't give me any pushback or anything. The only thing now, I just got to watch TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, social media is
yes,
is detrimental to. I honestly believe we need to put like a stipulation on how our children use and operate social media. I'm starting to notice now that these younger kids are not they're not showing their face on their social media. If you ever notice, like there's something they know that we don't know. Something they know that we don't know. Like
it's a way for them to be blend. It's a way for them to blend in. It's also a way for their opinion or their page to be validated. So that way they're not caught or somebody doesn't tell on them because they're participating in adult conversations.
Lord Jesus, especially listen, man. Twitter, it's been a couple of kids that's been caught up, and it was like, "Yeah, man, nah, what's your little ass doing on fucking what's name?" And especially like you say, these young girls, man, having conversations they definitely shouldn't be having. Like you said, most importantly amongst adults. And then if you say something to them, people egg the shit on. Like I said, I like one of the worst things that happened. Not even he blew up from Twitter was the little RT guy. The guy that did the little black dude, he like what 8, 9 years old or whatever. He was rapping, 100 miles, gonna do 100 miles, and then you had everybody on Twitter.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you niggas, man? And like you said, for the sake of, this dude obviously not in the best situation, but just embrace it. And now you know what I'm saying, this is a kid that's literally being raised and everything about him is surrounded through social media. You got him, then he jumped from Twitter and the rap thing to now he's on 20 versus 1 where he's picking out dudes for his mama and cussing in front of her. So yeah man, like you said,
what makes it even worse is I don't know if you've seen it, Mr. Fantastic, but there's this girls code group, and this 16-year-old girl posted a text message thread in there basically saying like, I'm pregnant and I don't even know if I want to keep the baby or not. And it's like you own a social media platform that has a heavy pornography base, a heavy racism base, a heavy division, gender war. Like it's just terrible for even adults. Adults are influenced by Twitter. But here you are, you're 16 on this platform having a real life situation. You need to be sitting down discussing with your parents. And you coming to regular people who don't align the same morals as you, looking for advice. And you're gonna get so many mixed things to do. Like you in a terrible whirlwind of pool and Russian roulette.
Yeah, 2 months ago I found a Snapchat because the girls that she started school, she had just finished her 6th grade year, and so I found all of that shit, and so I'm like, oh no. So we got that understanding. You can't get social media until you 18, and now I got it to where everything that she does on her phone comes to me. So now I get you make a move, I got you. And if we have this, then that phone is gone. Because I really wanted to wait until she was a teenager, but it's crazy out here with school and everything. So once you get out of school, call me.
To school and think that they're safe. They need they need to be able to contact you at school.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's really rough now with this age. I'm glad with the computers, we have measures now with their laptops for school that if you get on anything that's wrong, hey, you called up. It's immediate consequences to it, and they'll lock their computer so they can't even go in and delete it, do anything. So yeah.
Let me get my man Wise Will in the building. What's up with you, brother? Go ahead. What you got for us?
Hey man, what's going on? Fantastic. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, Wise Will.
What's up, brother?
So thing is, as far as the whole, being grateful thing, I think like you all was saying, kids only know what they were raised around. My childhood was cool. We had our level of dysfunction. We started off, a little shaky, 4 of us, 1-bedroom apartment. Me and my sister had to share a room. But then we lucked up and, parents got us together. We moved to a house in a better neighborhood, and I grew up, out there. But it wasn't for me until I got grown and started working in the school system where I really started to actually appreciate my upbringing. Seeing kids and coming from foster homes, seeing kids coming to school dirty, coming to school they hair all over their head, seeing kids come from situations, dad's nowhere in sight, both parents are in jail. Like I've seen it all working in the school system. So like you all said, a lot of times it's just kids don't understand until they see something different. I also agree that a lot of times the music sort of glorifies it too, to where like I think it was Ron was saying, where a lot of the kids, they even if they didn't grow up that way, they want to go to the hood, they want to experience that. Like remember how I think it was Lil Baby's baby mom was talking about this chick is from the suburbs, but she like, well, my nigga got to have a gun on him and all of this type of stuff, even though she's completely removed from that lifestyle. And as far as that topic you were talking about earlier, what I'm going to say, I think that only to play devil's advocate, I think a lot of times girls think that these so-called hood guys are going to be tougher only because usually if you grew up in a rougher neighborhood, you probably were exposed to violence more, so you have more, it's normal to you. So it's not a situation where you're going to, back away or be shocked when it happens. But I do agree. I think that whole thing is sort of overblown, where you automatically think because he got tattoos or because he looked like he's from the hood that you assume he's tough, or you assume that he's going to protect you.
Well, to be honest, it's a little bit of a stereotype in it when it comes to television programming. And It's a stereotype because that's how they tried to make it seem like black men who carry guns that were in like organizations such as the Black Panthers were. But it was like, no, y'all carry guns too. What makes me so different from carrying a gun than you carrying a gun? So the art of tattoos, and then you added a certain type of vernacular, you add poverty, you add other facets into it. That's why I say this is not just a black thing. This is some shit also in television. This is
well, even the tattoos. I mean, that wasn't black people's thing. Black people didn't do the tattoos at first. That's something we got from, the Mexicans and the bikers and all of that.
Yeah.
And then as far as, I know we talking about Lil Foolio earlier. This was news to me today, finding out he finally got killed. Not to say finally like that, but just saying I'm not surprised. I mean, it's messed up. They'll catch you eventually, I guess. I guess I'm wondering what Young and Ace is doing now, because I know that was like his main sort of rival, so to speak. And then lastly, I know we were talking about, I think we still touched on the Drake and the Kendrick thing. I guess I would say, how soon people forget, because while they're calling Drake a colonizer, a lot of those artists benefited from Drake hopping on their wave. I remember the Migos were still mixtape rappers when Drake hopped on Versace. Same thing, Lil Baby. He hopped on Lil Baby track. Lil Baby shot up out of here. What's some other? Block Boy. Remember, Drake is from Memphis. It's people from Memphis, so he
Man,
showed
listen,
love
bro.
to Memphis.
That's why I didn't want to get into it, Wise Will, because if you start doing that, niggas try to say you claiming a side or whatever. Listen, bro, regardless of what you want to think or say or whatever concerning Drake or whatnot, what have you, the dude has put in the work and he's had an impact in rap music, bro, and rap alone. Like you said, there's nobody's outsold him, nobody does these things. They're saying it's because of something, so on and so forth. So the Kendrick shit is working for now. It however long it's gonna work. Niggas trying to act like this is like he's on the level of a Ja Rule, which that's crazy. Ja Rule was never at the top of the rap game. But again, man, that's why I'm not even putting too much stock into the music argument, because niggas start getting,
Well, and then Drake also, he's still the #1 rapper right now. So
yeah, even with all the shit going, and it's not even close. So that's what I'm saying. So the whole thing that LA, hey, have your moment, Cali, have your moment, West Coast, have your moment, and so on and so forth. But are y'all gonna just like end this man's career? If you think you're gonna end his career, you're
people don't give a
yeah,
flying flute.
Crazy.
Listen,
Crazy.
people don't give a flying flute. You know why? I do events, and I'm always near. I'm always in the club or a venue or something like that that's going on where there's a DJ playing records. They play Kendrick record in there, but guess what they also play? They still playing Drake. And these people are they'll sing the Kendrick song, and then they'll play Drake, and they'll still sing the Drake song. The same fucking people. So really, at the end of the day, people just like good music. Some people don't care some people taking it serious, and they really is calling this man this situation, which is dead wrong on Kendrick part, I think. Unless it's true, you know what I mean? But if it's true, then why put it in the music, and why not try to get some prosecution done about it? Let's go the right way. Let's do the right thing about it. What we got to put it in the song for, just to make it sound cool. This is the biggest Kendrick Lamar's been in his entire career. Let's be real. Like, I ain't got nothing against Kendrick. I ain't got nothing against Drake. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at it from a unbiased, position, because I'm seeing these two cats that could have did something else differently, and it would have been the same impact, man. Like, if Kendrick would have made that same song that he made and wasn't talking about none of that extra stuff, it still would have been hard. Still would have been a good song.
Yeah, so thing is, same with Rick Ross. A lot of Rick Ross's success were Drake features, and I think Drake went wrong when he started to get the clout get to his head. He starts rapping about getting people touched and all that type of stuff. He could have just focused on good music, because they called him commercial, but remember, it was Lil Wayne that stamped him. Lil Wayne and them got behind him first, because he saw something in him. He saw,
I think what started all of this to come to a head was when my man's right here passed. That's why I got this right here. I did their album release party for the Infinity Links for the Migos. When he passed, Drake is affiliated with Rap A Lot, with Mob Ties, with Jay Prince Jr., because they was a part of that situation too, to get him. They put them together with Lil Wayne so they can be able to, push his career to a certain point. But once that situation happened, a lot of people started to turn on Jay Prince and them. And who else could who in the rap game could they hurt by that situation? Because that's what Drake was doing all that gangster talk from, because he had those guys backing him. Once that situation happened with a good dude, considerably speaking, when it comes to the music game, you know, that people respect a lot. Somebody that don't talk too much, somebody that don't get into no trouble or nothing like that. People that people really like a little bit. You know what I mean? Once that happened, bro, people started little bit by little bit turning on Drake, bro, because he affiliated with that side.
Yeah, I didn't think it was from that angle. And then I guess last on that subject, I thought it was funny how Kendrick got some nerve calling somebody that colonizer being from LA. Cali niggas the biggest colonizers. That's why you got Crips and Blood and stuff all over the country.
Yeah, indeed, man. But yeah, ultimately, bro, like I said, this whole thing, man, Black Twitter, like I said, man, y'all don't got a Twitter, bro, get a Twitter. It's amusing. Yeah, you're not gonna be you're not gonna learn a whole lot, but hey, man, it's something to pass the time and keep you entertained. Learn how to use bookmarks, fellas. Bookmarks. All right, bookmarks. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, use your bookmarks wisely. Okay, don't go. You don't follow everybody now. You go run across some things you want to see. Okay, you don't follow it. You put that thing in the bookmarks, boy. You hear me? You put it in the bookmarks, brother. All right, and yeah, man, just like I said, this is, and like I said, I didn't even know this. Like I said, a lot of the content that we talk about, a lot of topics we talk about, originate from Twitter, and it's just a microcosm of and that's why I say this thing where people say, oh man, that's just the internet, man. That's the internet. Well, people on the internet are in the real world, right? So there's a lot of stuff that these people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Is the real thought process, the real way, the real POV, the real way people look at things and you know, the way they handle it, they go about it. So yeah, man, that's just in some weeks are crazy. Like I said, this week right here was mostly filled up with the whole Kendrick thing.
I think one of the worst weeks on Twitter was that week that whole video came out about what's that girl named Sweetie and Quavo, and then the brick lady. That week was crazy too, because you in moral situations, Twitter is the best place to figure out before you DM this motherfucker, what would they do?
Yeah,
because you got to be like, or when that woman and her son was in the place getting food late night, like even though it turned out she wasn't wrong for that, it's like as a parent though, you still ain't had no business with your child out there late at night at that worst time. You just shouldn't have been outside like that. Like you should have been had shit situated, food at the house to avoid at all costs. You just should have.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but like I said, a lot of the stuff we talk about, that's where it originates at. And ideally, like I said, this week, the Kendrick thing was big, but close out today with the whole Foolio thing. And like I said, it's a microcosm of stuff we talk about a lot of the times, man. You know, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, whatnot. For the most part, it's not really anything too detrimental. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Some funny things, some viral things. Your boy out here running headlong into the fucking Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah, man, that calling him the macho, man. That had me dead on that show.
Listen, man, Brady running right into getting put on the going to buy a human size, adult human size Ninja Turtle suit and just doing the ultimate workout. Come on, man. Then the nigga did a photo shoot at a gas station. Oh, I gotta show y'all this shit because this is sus.
He just want attention. That's why it's bad. And make it look like all the women who rejected him were right.
Yeah, and what make it so bad, right? Is the nigga said he was clout chasing. It's called clout chasing.
Clout chasing.
He said it, and nigga, what are you doing? You still doing the same thing?
Yeah, and this, I know we talked about this. I think it was last week. This kind of annoyed me. That one chick that sings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
That one little girl that sang the water song.
Tyla.
Okay, so black people were pissed off when she basically wouldn't admit that she's black, but Negroes don't read. If you know anything about South Africa, you know that mixed people aren't considered black in that country.
Well, that's not the issue black people were having with her.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is the way she is being marketed, they're trying to market her alongside as if she is black. And because I'm not gonna say it's her PR team won't kind of place her into a certain type of ethnicity, but they're trying to play into the whole, well, y'all know she's black, just kind of saying it without saying it. That's the issue. It's like, if you're trying to make her claim some form of a culture or whatever the case may be, it shouldn't be an issue for her to say it.
Well, I mean, I think that's something they probably should have taught her before she started coming over here. That
This is not a terrible PR team. That's all it is. Like, they just
we know. Hey, in South Africa, yes, you're colored, but when you go to the United States, they're going to consider you black. So you just going to have to kind of roll with it.
No, we don't consider her black. That's the issue.
But didn't she say she was colored or something like that? And that's what people got offended
in
by?
South Africa, she's considered colored.
Well, the thing is, she's from Johannesburg. Her parents, one of her parents are like Indian, and of course, she does have some other mixed like race roots. Like, her parents are mixed. The issue is not the fact that she is a colored woman. It's the issue of, hey, you guys want to market her as if she is a black artist. This girl looks racially ambiguous. She's not from America, but you want to throw her as if into the market of like she's a Chloe Bailey or like she's a Tinashe or she's a Janae Aiko. But y'all just won't go ahead and say, well, no, she is not black, but she makes damn good music. This is not a thing of everybody responding to her. This is her PR team trying to throw race into it, and it's causing controversy. Y'all never had to say what she was at all. As far as we were concerned, as far as I knew, she was just from another, like, girl from fucking America. She could have just been like a girl like Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose is not black. She Ethiopian.
Well, but Charlamagne and them asked her on the show, and she was kind of stuttering, like, well, no, I'm not really. Like, I think that's what people got upset at.
Because they didn't want her answering certain questions. She's been asked about her ethnicity. She's been asked about certain things, and her herself does not have PR training. This is not her. The girl is 21. Well, she's 22 now. This is the fucking record label. So black people should not be faulted for a motherfucker trying to tell us, oh, I'm black. Well, it's like, no, y'all want everybody to be black when it benefits you. Rihanna is not black. She's from Barbados. She don't have no issue with saying that.
So you mean black like Black American?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Hold on.
Personal, really serious, something I know is traumatizing. I'll be like, sure, I'll oblige. For this one, I said no.
Yeah.
And the reason I said no, they had 6 things they didn't want us to ask. You want to know what those 6 things were?
Yeah.
They didn't want us to ask about Kai Cenat. The whole "we friends" though thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Okay.
They didn't want us to ask about her not being on tour with Chris Brown anymore. They didn't want us to ask about the color thing.
Injury.
They didn't want us to ask about her injury that she sustained. What else was it? They didn't want to ask us about who she was dating, which I wouldn't do anyway. And what was the other one? It was one it was just all frivolous
and
stuff.
why? What do they?
I have no idea. And that's what I said.
Oh, but the Rihanna thing. Compare.
Oh yeah, and comparison, and it wasn't even Rihanna. It just said comparisons to other pop artists. Huh?
Oh, so they're trying to separate her from Kai Cenat. She's her own individual. Don't tie her to him.
And you want me to not ask her about Kai Cenat the day after Kevin Hart just was on Kai Cenat's show again with
Bringing
a big ass sign that said "We friends" though?
Yeah.
Like, come on, yo. So I said to them, no.
Oh.
Now, when I say no, I'm not going to oblige any of this. It is your job then, label, management, whoever, to either prepare the artist for the questions or pull the interview.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm fine with either or.
Yeah.
I've already told you I'm not going to follow any of this.
Yes.
So when you see dick suckers out there,
Yeah.
dick suckers are saying things like, he asked every question they asked him not to ask.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not a dick sucker.
Yeah.
Right. And being that I'm not a dick sucker for record labels,
Yeah.
I have a job to do, and my job
Yeah.
is for the people. So imagine, right? If I'm sitting around and I'm having a conversation, if we have these conversations, and then all in the comments, it's like, why didn't you ask this? Why didn't you ask that? Why didn't you ask this? Why didn't you ask that?
Yeah.
I got a job to do to the people.
Yeah.
My job my integrity with the people will always matter more than my integrity with a goddamn record label.
Yeah, and also the label's using you.
100%. But you know, you have a lot of people that don't do that. You have a lot of radio personalities, a lot of journalists, a lot of people who care more about those relationships with the labels than they do relationships with the actual audience.
And it shows.
And it shows. And not only does it show, you show your card.
Yeah.
When you say that, when you say the label asked him not to do it and he did it anyway. So the fuck what?
Yeah.
After I told the label, I ain't following that shit.
So they knew.
They
so
knew.
why are they complaining?
Their job was to prepare their client. Or pull the interview.
Yeah.
I'm fine with either or.
You want to be qualified. You want to be validated by doing the Breakfast Club. You're an artist in the culture. You want that experience in the Breakfast Club, but you want to control the interview. Yeah,
that's enough of that with that dude. And the reason why he's a comedian, everybody knows that. That big ass white boy is a comedian. So that's a part of the the underlying.
I never looked at Charlamagne the same when he gave Envy a mold of his ass. I was like, yeah, I can't. That dude.
Whoa. Well, I wasn't talking about Charlamagne. That he did what now?
Oh, you ain't see that?
Yeah, he gave Envy a mold of his ass for like his birthday or something.
Yeah, for his birthday. That was crazy. Wow. I stopped watching.
And I'm gonna just throw him a bone. I think that was kind of like around the same time too that Kevin Hart and Nick Cannon was doing the pranking with the outrageous gifts, and that was just some shit that they was trying to get on to like market the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
that nigga finna be eating all kinds of fucking hands, elbows, and feet, nigga. If you dare try me like that, especially like say to open that shit live, bro. Like I can't play like that, man. But hey, them niggas are different. Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Him and Envy, they not my type of people. But as far as Tyla is concerned, I think that, like I said, the issue is not black people or the audience. It's the fact of labels trying to make her a black adjacent artist so that she can sell, because they know that she's just a pop artist. She's not gonna have good success. She's just not.
Really.
I mean, look at Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey got some of the best up training in the fucking world. She has vocal coaching by Beyonce. She was Beyonce's mentee. She can play multiple instruments. She can dance. She has a great team behind her, but her marketing don't go nowhere.
Horrible, terrible at that. And her rebrand of being this sexual fucking.
It goes nowhere. She's had some dope singles.
That
her
shit,
most recent song that they put out with Chris Brown was a very fucking good song, and it went nowhere. Like she hardly charts. Her album don't sell. Same thing with Normani. Normani just put out an album. She's a pop artist. It's not going nowhere.
Do you think her situation is different because her sister probably takes a little bit more of that, bit more of an attention on the opposite end? Because her sister is different.
Her sister don't take no attention because her sister is not putting out music. She was an actress and she was being promoted by Disney for 2 years before the movie ever went anywhere. Chloe was the one who wanted to separate and become an independent artist. And what I'm saying to you is she's top of the top cream of the crop. She got PR training. She been in the game since she was a fucking child. She was in Fighting Temptations, the movie, as a kid. You're not going to get no higher as far as a better child talent star to be a singer than her. She plays multiple instruments better than fucking Lizzo.
What I'm saying is, you know how like you got Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. Like nobody care about the other Jacksons like that. Let's be a buck. But you know, Michael, he the star of the family. Like that's it. You get one star and that's it. This girl played Little Mermaid. She the star of the family. Like her sister.
But that movie flopped though. Hold on, just real quick. That movie did not do well. They lost money on that movie. So that and it lost a lot because it literally pissed off the original fans because you made the Little Mermaid black and then you had this whole woke thing going on. You know that was in the midst of or right after on the heels of the Bud Light thing and a whole bunch of other things, social what's the name things. So
I feel what you're saying, but all I'm saying is about attention. Who has the most attention out of those
and I'm
two?
telling you, it's Chloe.
It's Chloe, yeah,
I'm telling you, it's Chloe because for one, they pulled Little Mermaid from theaters. They were dropping numbers from projected box office tickets. Then not only that, they put it on a streaming service. Her sister hasn't done anything since then. Her getting
pregnant and have a baby.
Her getting pregnant even made it worse because the Little Mermaid is supposed to be like this virgin character, this purity character. So her sister doesn't have any attention. Her sister doesn't hit blogs. Her sister doesn't hit the limelight. Chloe has been in the fucking blogs with Ghana. She was in the blogs with Ghana before Ghana even went to jail.
Locked up.
She has way more publicity around her. She's the oldest sister. She's been acting the longest. She's been singing the longest. She has the better body. She's the more fitting character. And she just did a movie with Drewski that was on Tubi.
Well, she did a real movie too. She did a real movie right now, The Exorcist. So she's in that playing a bull dagger.
She is the most popular sister. It's not Halle. Just because Halle did the Little Mermaid was only to a very small audience, and that audience was primarily for kids. And if the parents say no, the kids are not there no more. So we're done with that.
Yeah, they're only going to give us a certain amount of black females at one time anyway. So they're not going to push her. They're going to push somebody like Sexy Red right now. They're going to push her and hold her back.
Well, that's not true. That's not true because Sexy Red and Chloe don't do the same thing.
I know, but you can only have one spotlight for each, especially when you're in entertainment. They're only going to push you so far.
What you're saying is simply just not true. And that's not true because in order for it to even be a comparison, they would have to be in the same arena. Nothing that Chloe Bailey does will ever be an arena that Sexy Red can get into. They don't do the same thing. They don't hang around the same people. They don't make the same type of music. They're not classified as the same type of artist. They literally don't have the same type of nothing. So what you're saying don't even amount to anything. I can see if you was talking about like RP or Sexy, or if you're talking about Megan Thee Stallion, or if you talking about Lotto. Those are rappers. And the things that they're doing, Sexy Red is their peer. Chloe Bailey and Sexy Red are not peer. They don't do the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't meaning it that way. Like I know they're different. I'm just saying as far as the genre she's in, as far as being a pop star / singer, like you seen the whole football season they were pushing Taylor Swift. You can't have anybody that's in that type of genre competing with the people that they're already pushing because they don't want that to take away.
Sexy Red. Sexy Red is a troll. So she does and says egregious shit to try and make people talk about her. It has nothing to do with Chloe. Chloe naturally will draw attention or get into the media without her even trying. People were talking about the fact that she wasn't vegan anymore. That's something that is interesting enough for her brand to where it causes a discussion. She ain't never got to talk to you about nobody she dates because of the way she grew up. That's why I'm saying Tyla and her PR, if they had an issue with her heritage or her ethnicity, they should have just did what Rihanna did. Instead of trying to make it seem like they don't want to compare her, because you got Chloe Bailey right here. She has a black audience. She's classified as an R&B artist. She has Beyonce as her mentee. She's been around for years. She has great PR training. She makes music. She can dance. She's an all-around entertainer. There's literally nothing wrong with her, down to her body. And she still cannot go anywhere. So it has nothing to do with nothing else. It's literally, we don't like it. People don't like it. Even down to Sexy Red. Even though she can market herself with Drake and get on the charts, after a week or two of that buzz, guess what? It drops down. People do not like it. So as much as she gets into the media and trends, it don't hold for shit.
Okay, and I was gonna ask you about like how is Sexy Red seen outside the country, because I'm in St. Louis, so you can't avoid it here. Anytime you go to a bar or a club, they banging Sexy Red, but I didn't know how the rest of the country really received her.
She's making a lot of club music, but she is very much so only in certain arenas, like for her to be in rotation. But
I heard that girl's song in damn Amazon mixer.
But I'm telling you, for the only reason why she's even getting the buzz that she's getting is because of her association to Drake. If it wasn't for that, yes. I believe Drake has an interest in her. I believe he gets a percentage off of her as an artist.
Yeah.
It makes no other reason why Drake would even want to brand himself with her. Nothing that Drake does makes sense for him to even have any type of association to Sexy Red.
Yeah, that she's a fucking hood goddess. That's what she is. So like you said, she can go anywhere. Club promotions, you gotta think, man, just to show up for a club fee, she making 20-40 bands just to show up. That's 20 bands to show up, and if she does a song or 2 songs, that's 40-50 bands. You know what I'm saying? And the whole city's gonna come out. So she's golded. My bad, go ahead.
I wish it was that cheap. Go ahead.
You say that cheap? Well, for Sexy Red, I don't think Sexy Red getting 100 bands.
He's not getting that much.
Yeah, she's not getting 100 bands. You know, if she goes so she had a concert in a couple of places where like it's like, you know what I'm saying, like the Omni or Apollo or some shit like that, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Hey,
but
Mariah the Scientist is getting 40,000.
Mariah the Scientist is getting 40 bands.
I was just on tour. I was just on tour with Mariah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you're right then.
She's selling 40,000 a day on merch.
So if Mariah the Scientist is getting 40,000, Sexy Red is definitely clearing that then.
Absolutely.
So, you're right.
That's the only reason why I'm like,
I apologize, bro.
But even then, that's why I'm saying, like, okay, so Sexy Red has a formula that works with her making chanting music. And a lot of people don't like it because of who she is. But the thing is, it works because it's easy to remember. She's not trying to be overly lyrical.
Nope,
she's not trying to do anything but make you feel good. So it's like the music makes sense. It's easy to learn. You can dance to it. And I don't listen to Sexy Red music and think I got an op bitch. No, I listen to Sexy Red music and I be like, oh, this is the pre-turn up for the club.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, aside from certain songs that have her association with Drake, or you know, like the Soulja Boy beat. That song, aside from it being catchy, it was the nostalgia. Get It Sexy was nostalgia. So there are things that she does in a niche that shows you, oh, this is really not who I am. But she also knows how to do the internet. And people don't take to her because she knows how to do the internet. Because I agree, like some of the shit she says is a lot. But when you think this is a 26-year-old woman with 2 kids from fucking St. Louis, what did you expect?
Yeah, and she do got old people twerking though. I ain't gonna lie, man. Especially I'm down here in Kentucky, man. I'm talking about you play that, and even the old ones, they bopping. They getting it, man. They cutting up off of it. They are like they ask about who's at Legal, but trust me, they cutting up off of it. She's trending, you know, and that's the big thing. She's a trend right now. And so, you know,
so since we know that, right?
He's nothing like the other artists. I feel like what we keep forgetting is we got the artists everybody want to fuck. We got your Nicki Minaj, we got your Megan Thee Stallion, we got your Lotto, we got your Cardi B, we got your I'm a fine, I'm a sex symbol. We got your Sweeties, we got all of these women. They all look the same. They all doing the same thing. When they rap, they talking about one thing: how good their pussy is and how bitches hate them, and how much they get money. I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not selling. Their songs, I just literally checked the charts yesterday. Nicki Minaj's song from her 2016 is back on the hip hop charts at number 5.
How is that possible?
And that's because Ice Spice, when it copied her record for her song Fat Butt,
and
that song is not even on the fucking charts. It's not even on the Billboard 100, but it is on the hip hop 25 at number 26. But Nicki Minaj's 2016 song, a drill song, is back in the fucking charts. Megan Thee Stallion got an album coming out. Her own singles, and she got 2 singles out, Boy and His. They're not on the charts at all.
Right. Well, you know, that's because of the internet. I mean, that's the algorithm.
I be trying to figure out how the hell Post Malone be number 1 all the time. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
it just don't make sense.
But that's another big misconception. People don't understand. Niggas don't control nigga music.
At all.
Niggas are the smallest consumers of rap. So
it has been for years.
Yeah, so when you have somebody that's extremely, you know what I'm saying, nigga centric, that's why Gucci never got off. Gucci's a street god, he's a hood god, but Gucci's never been on the level of, you know what I'm saying, of a T.I., a Jeezy, so on and so forth, because he was, you know what I'm saying, he didn't get the major promotion, right? Yeah, he didn't get the major label promotion like that, but anywhere he go in the country, for the most part, he good. In the South, like I said, he on some god status. But
it's
yeah.
also a thing of where you can kind of like see who can break through the algorithm and who can't. Because I don't give a fuck what they talking about, who controlled the music industry. Nobody was out beating Roddy Ricch with the box. It just wasn't a thing. They had Taylor Swift was trying to get her stream over Roddy Ricch's, and basically when they found out like he was probably 200 streams from being beat, we just threw the fucking song back up in the algorithm for the box. Or then, like, even now, Megan Thee Stallion got a huge machine behind her. Rock Nation can pretty much dominate and control everything. Their artists cannot get on the charts.
Well, Megan especially because that shit she did to Tory is fucked up, and I think a lot of people know behind that. You know what I'm saying? So I think her career is never going to be the same. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Even if she makes good music, she cannot. Certain people just can't beat the algorithm, and that's where we're having the conflation between who's actually making good music and who is the industry actually promoting. Because when you turn around and you get the Sexy Red, you like, man, I don't like her as a person, but I can't hold you. Her music pretty straight.
Well, she just has the, like you said, she has a machine behind her.
No,
it's not
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's Kid did a lot of that too, though.
She don't have the machine that Megan Thee Stallion has. She just knows how to make regular fucking music. She is
she's been on wrestling. I mean, she was just on wrestling like 2 weeks. I mean, she's getting whoever's doing something. They are really pushing her heavy because she was just on WWE and everything. Like,
I mean, you're talking about endorsements and stuff like that, and I get that as far as that. But what I'm saying is that stuff is not to market her music. That is to try and put her in a different arena so she can get more
a different
money.
audience. So that's what she's saying. So yeah, shout out to Williams for bringing that up. So I was gonna bring that up. You beat me to it. So yeah, but Paris is exactly right. It's to open up her market, to make her more marketable. Because like you say, if she get a cosign from Shawn Michaels, let me listen to this black girl, see what she's talking about. Oh my God! Eat his ass. No, I'm good, baby. We can't listen to that, honey.
Because the difference is right. Sexy Red has to go do these things. She has to go try and be with Shawn Michaels or go to a different arena to make them more relatable to her, to get her more music audience, to separate her. Cardi B don't have to do that at all. She can literally sit in her house every day, get up and go take her kids to school and go to the fucking studio. And whatever brand call her and say, hey, we want Cardi B, then wherever she get an invite somewhere, that's her audience exposure. She don't have to go do nothing else. She don't have to make commercials with nobody. She don't have to work with nobody she don't want to work with because she has a machine behind her. This machine says, get the endorsement. When they like you, they'll come. So when she's making music with other people, she's doing them a favor. But Sexy Red is getting favors done for her.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the entertainment business. I get where you're coming from, Paris. I'm in the entertainment business. I've been in this for all this time, especially, we have artists and everything from Kentucky, Nappy Roots and all of us. We all have been doing this for years. So that's why I know the ins and outs about certain things when it comes to having a machine, to having these type of artists, to have that be pushed. Because, I mean, entertainment is just one of those worlds where, it's the luck of the draw sometimes. It's like getting a lottery ticket. Like if somebody wants
to a label, she an independent artist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying because a lot of people actually make it through being independent. You have plenty of examples of artists from that. It's just now with the internet and the streams and all of that stuff, the main artists, they're not going to sell as much as a lot of these, you know, lower tier artists that's actually lower than them. But,
Yeah,
you know,
that happened a few weeks ago. There was a country artist that had a show here in St. Louis, and they brought Sexy Red out, where a lot of people thought it was random, but I mean, I guess they both benefited from it because she gets exposed to another audience now.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying with her. Everybody like looking at the bigger picture of her antics and stuff, and because they don't take to her, but it's like business is being made for her. Let's be honest. If she didn't have Drake in her corner, she wouldn't have this type of exposure. But you got to look at it and think, what the fuck would Drake want with her? But it's like he can also benefit from this because she is doing something that no other female artist is doing aside from Minaj. And it's like she don't look nothing like them. This the girl who don't wear makeup. She go outside with her glasses on. She's doing air guns. She's walking around in fucking rocker wear and baby fat jumpsuits. She walking around in a tank top and some fucking Jordans. She ain't got no YSL on. She ain't got no none of this. No Hermes bag. No none of this.
She's a hood rat.
Looking ass woman.
Yeah, hood rat. Yeah, she relates to the hood rats. She relates to all of them.
But not even just the hood rat. That's the part that I want y'all to like get away from. She has a image that looks like a normal woman. These other women in the fucking media, they all look alike. These are cookie cutter women. If you take Megan Thee Stallion out the box, they all look alike. From Bia to fucking the City Girls to Sweetie, Cardi B, Lotto. All of these are BBL bust down queens. They all look alike. They all have the heavy makeup. They all got the curvaceous body, the big bust. Sexy Red don't look like they ass.
True.
It got nothing to do with her behavior. She don't look like them. Because Cardi B do the same shit and she talk about the same shit. Cardi B literally was just in the fucking news having to pay because she paid some niggas to beat up 2 bitches for fucking her man. That's the same shit Sexy Red be on. So they're not doing nothing no different. She just don't look like them. That's it. That's all it is. She works because she don't look like them at all. She walking around with red hair. She got a face full of tattoos, a body full of tattoos. She don't look shit like them.
I feel you.
Yeah, she on it too. I know they just got into a big fight at the airport the other day.
Yeah, super hood too, man. But hey, this is a great combo, man. Appreciate y'all brothers for coming through. Let me read these last few super chats and we'll get up out of here. Shout out to Grinch again, man. Grinch coming through today, heavy-handed in the super chats. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Say you apes and you orcs know it's true. Shout out to Jordan for the 2. This is Paris. Paris always dropping some knowledge. Shout out to Brandon Green coming through with the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother. What's good, bro? Hey, man, what's good with you, man? And close us out with Dane C for the 2. The Little Mermaid made $569 million worldwide. What was the gross on that? Did it gross anything or did it lose money? Let me see the budget. Mermaid budget.
They probably had a stupid, crazy, dumb budget for it too.
Yeah, so the budget was 240 million point 2. So they made their money back.
They made their money back. They made a profit.
Yeah,
but that you got to think about all the people they got to pay.
Yeah.
And it's good to make their money back, but I feel like that was gonna be a thing anyways because of them having an already seasoned artist. She brought an audience with her. that also mattered. This wasn't somebody that they just randomly picked up.
I thought she sung though. Wasn't she a singer?
Her and
Too?
her
Yeah, they both were
sister,
singers. Yeah.
They had an album out before Little Mermaid went and came out. So when she got the offer for Disney and her doing the movie, it was controversy when they announced her doing the movie. The rollout for it basically got entirely shitted on. It wasn't no different than Oprah in the remake of The Color Purple. They made their money back, but it did it real fast because Taraji P. Henson was crying everywhere talking about she was being
Wasn't
mistreated.
getting paid, yeah.
Right, absolutely. I don't blame her either, bro. Taraji P. Henson deserved more money, man.
She
What
was
was
gonna
that movie?
Chloe Halle was always gonna get her support. For one, it was Disney. For two, once you put racism to anything, now you're gonna make black people amp up. We already the biggest money spenders. Nobody outspends us. So when you putting two and two together like that, and you got people trying to treat it like the shit that happened with Black Panther and wanting to go with Wakanda, they were gonna make their money. It was Disney. But the reality of it is the movie plummeted just as quick as it became. Like, best way I can put it is people still talking about the Lion King remake. They don't give a fuck about Little Mermaid no more.
The Lion King remake. Talking about the live action one?
No, the movie with Beyonce.
Live action.
Yeah,
that was live action, but it's another movie coming out with the Lion King.
AI, yeah. So they're doing it's still live. It's considered live action, but yeah, it's what's name. You're right, Ron, man. But
You're
hey,
right.
man, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. It was a great conversation. Pull up on us every Sunday, man. We're gonna do this Sunday to keep y'all. Hey, man, get in Twitter, bro. Follow both of us, guys.
Bro, no, don't promote. Don't you do that, bro.
We putting y'all on.
Bro, whenever I go to Twitter and I see it on my apps on my phone, it's a big X. I'm like, I do not need to go there.
Right,
I'm gonna make me a page.
Ryback, are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I just told you. Every time I go on my phone, probably. But I know when I go on my phone and I see that big old X right there, I'm like, man, I'm not clicking on that.
Just don't open it up in public, man. I'll get you that privacy screen, baby. But hey, man, wonderful combo. Appreciate everybody that came through, man. That's that on that. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Holla.
Hellcats, SRTs.